So for me, this summer, I feel like the club should try and actively look to move him on and bring in someone who can play in that position, but is a lot more creative, because we've lost that since Ericsson left. Like, we don't have that player who has got that eye the needle passing. We don't have that in our team right now.
Yeah, the thing is as well, like it's interesting, like the whole Ericsson thing, because like with Mourinho and the way he plays as well, sometimes where you start your attacks, you often start your attacks from so deep, obviously, because that's how you set up in it. Like you set up to kind of defend, and then obviously when the ball breaks or whatever, it's normally in quite a deep part of the pitch. And someone like Ericsson, I've seen it many a time before. I remember that goal that Dele Alli scored against us when Ericsson just, I don't know how he found the pass. Yeah, I don't know how he found that pass, but like it was from so deep, and that's the kind of player that you need in terms of like, you know, again, to take the pressure off Son and Kane in terms of like having to drop so deep and start attacks. Ericsson had that in his locker in it. So I think like players like Lo Celso and Dele, they can't really do that work from deep. They need to be a little bit further up the pitch, I think. I think Lo Celso is a good ball carrier, but even then, like even Ndombele, like you're asking them to do a little bit too much in terms of carrying the ball from those deep areas and then getting forward and then also finding the final pass. Like it's a lot to ask of players to do, you know, consistently.
Exactly. So, and you've literally hit the nail on the head. And that's with Lo Celso, that's the thing. He's a very good ball carrier, but he hasn't got the passing range to offer us what you that specific situation which you've just mentioned now. And then I think with Ndombele, I actually think he's got I actually think he's got excellent passing range, and I think he can actually find man from deep. But I think, like you said, the task of being that guy to get the ball under pressure, beat man, drive the ball up the pitch, and then you're asking him to play the final ball as well. Like, I just felt like this is why as Spurs fans, I don't know about other Spurs fans anyway, but this is why I was so gassed when we signed Ndombele, because at the time Ericsson hadn't fully.
Yeah, he hadn't committed to leaving. Yeah.
1 sec. Sorry. Pause. He's just given a red card.
To who?
Madrid, Atalanta. They just sent off Atalanta's defender. That's not red. That's crazy. But anyway, the point I was making with the team when Ericsson was here, before he completely fell off anyway, was that
he should be 1 down. Fuck.
Who? Man City?
They should be. That ball was shit, man.
No, they shouldn't. They should be 2-0 up.
That right back was in there.
Yeah, he was.
Shit.
He was, but
who's up top for them, Dan? Who's up top for Gladbach?
Stindl and Player.
Is it not? I thought it was Player.
Is it Player and is Thing playing? What's his name? Turam.
It's Player. No, so Turam's not playing.
It's Stindl and Player.
Oh, okay. Could have found another pass there as well. But this game, this Gladbach game is open though, as was always going to be the case with Gladbach and Man City. But
Gladbach are decent, but I think they're going to struggle to keep City out though. That's the only problem.
100%.
They don't have a lot of quality, you know. They're just a good organised team.
Exactly.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I don't watch it like that, but whenever okay, fair enough.
I just can't believe they sent this guy off. Frula. 1 sec. I need to watch this again. 1 sec. That's not a red card. This is crazy.
Who's the favourites for this Champions League then? Are we saying Bayern again?
Nah, I think Bayern joint favourites with Man City, man, and maybe PSG. I think they should.
I can't lie. City are not favourites to me until I make it past the quarterfinals.
You're not having it in it. They fumble the bag too much, bro. Like
way too much. I don't trust them. The heritage is not there yet, bro.
Yeah. You're right. They definitely don't have the heritage.
Yeah.
You know, like someone like Real Madrid, as trash as they are, they'll find a way to get there. You know, like it's so fucking crazy.
Real Madrid they're made for knockout games, isn't it? They're made for them games.
Anymore, though? Are they really anymore?
Maybe not anymore.
To be honest, they shouldn't be. Yeah, they shouldn't.
But even in the group stages, they were being shit until something was on the line. When something was on the line, they started penalties.
They were clicking to gear, yeah.
It's like that man can't do nothing unless there's pressure, bruv.
What's your lot's views on? What's your lot's
Valverde
views
been
on?
injured
What's your lot's views on like Barcelona and Real Madrid? Like in terms of normally it's them two that are always the ones to like obviously be nabbing the players, top players going to them and all of that. Obviously, there's still going to be players that want to go there.
Yeah.
But what do you lot actually think about this kind of fall off this time? Like in terms of the way they've fallen off, do you think it could be a thing where it might be a little while before they come back
Madrid.
fully?
Madrid.
Both of them. I think both of them because Barcelona are going to lose Messi sooner or later.
Yeah.
Like that's just facts. And I think them coming back from that, it's kind of like a Fergie thing with Messi and Barca. Like they're going to lose Messi, and I don't think they've actually thought about how they're actually going to come out of this. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's one of the major problems about having somebody so dominant.
I don't think they have the money to. They have the money to even think about how they're going to come out of this.
Because he's doing the work of like 2 or 3 man, and I'm talking about 2 or 3 men that are normally like on top form. That's how good Messi is for them, innit? Like, my man's putting up assists and goals to the point where it's like 2 man's work. Like, I don't even know how you're gonna find. Like, how are you gonna? It's mental. I don't see. How
I agree. Like they need to. When Messi leaves, they're gonna need to find. They already need another striker anyway, in addition to Messi. So now that Messi's leaving, you're gonna need another goal threat. You're gonna need another creator in the team. In addition to the fact that you're gonna probably need to offload 1 or 2 players as well. It's a messy situation at Barcelona. So
the hangover of Messi and Iniesta losing those 2, I just think it's so big, bro. Like it's massive. Like I just don't think they're gonna find it so difficult to come back from that losing those 2 players.
Yeah, I think Barcelona in trouble. I don't think Madrid are though.
I think Madrid can get back to the top easily, to be honest, because I think Madrid have got.
I think Madrid are close already.
I don't think they're close. I don't know if they're close, but Madrid have got better.
Let me tell you why I think they're close, because if you look at both squads here, Madrid have a lot of assets that they don't even use. So they have a lot of avenues of generating money, and even players that potentially could come back. There's even talk of Hakimi could come back because Inter I haven't paid the installment and stuff. So they'll either get the money or get Hakimi back. They have Vinicius, they have Rodrigo. I don't think they're that good, but they're both assets that they could sell. Yeah. They have Odegaard, an asset they could sell. They have Ferland Mendy. They have Eder Militao. They have a lot of players that don't use that much actually. And
I think they keep that glitz and glamour side of things as well in it, Real Madrid.
And I was going to say, I actually think Kroos and Modric are still the best in their positions at what they do. So they still have 2 world-class centre midfielders, Casemiro is also very capable. They just need 2-3 additions, I think, and they're basically back. Like, if they get, like, Haaland, for example, or, like, Sancho or something like that, Haaland is still there as well. Like, I just think they need 2-3 additions, and they're back, man. They might need a defender, but they're in a good position. Barcelona, boy, I don't know, man.
and that's what I was gonna say as well, because like Madrid even it makes me sad to think about it, but like they got Reggie with us, so they can buy him back. They got my man, who's that Asian, that sick Asian player they got on loan at Villarreal.
Kubo, yeah.
Like
Hazard don't even play for them like that.
Yeah,
you could come back and have a good. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Ceballos, Odegaard.
Ceballos. Wait, are you talking about players they can sell?
Yeah. And even it's not even just players they can sell, players that they can actually integrate into their team.
They're not integrating Ceballos. They're not integrating Ceballos.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying just Ceballos, but I'm saying they've got a lot of talent that they can actually.
Just the options, it's just the options for them.
They have
just
nuts,
isn't
it? Their recruitment is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I just think their strategy.
They sold Kovacic for 40 million when they went and bought Valverde for 8.
Yeah, Valverde midfield as well.
Didn't they sell him for 50? I thought the buyback was 50.
Kovacic.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure it was 40.
Well, okay. Well,
40. Yeah.
But anyway, I feel like Madrid's route back to the top is much more, like Dan says, it's much more sort of straightforward than Barca's. I think what Madrid, if anything, what Barca did that Madrid probably need to do now is maybe start adding a bit more sort of like superstars, because in the last like 2-3 years they've had this drive in signing bare young players. And now it's almost got to the point where they have so many young players, but some of their better sort of established all-star Galactico type players are either aging, injured, or whatever. I think like Benzema's how old? Like 32 years old, 31, 32 years old.
Yeah.
Benzema.
I think you should keep an eye on the Salah thing still. I'm keeping an eye on the Salah thing still. I've got a funny feeling about the Salah Madrid link up. I think that's gonna happen, bro.
I think they're getting Pogba as well. Like I was looking at it, like Pogba's gonna have a year left at United after this season, you know? They're definitely looking at Pogba. They're definitely looking at Mbappe. They're definitely looking at Haaland. Those are the men that they're gonna be looking to grab, I think.
Can they afford Mbappe this upcoming summer though?
I'm not sure, but Mbappe has a year left on his contract.
You know, the fact that they haven't made any big signings for a while, that's worrying me. That's worrying me because boy, they haven't really spent the bag like that.
They haven't, but then you have to look at the things that they're using their money on, like their stadium renovations. Isn't that meant to cost close to like a billion or something like that?
Real Madrid are dodgy as well compared to Barcelona. They have that money.
They have the bank
money.
Madrid.
They got state money, man. They got state money that they're using.
The Bank of Spain, sorry,
yeah.
Yeah, but
how is that even allowed?
I don't know. They got assets though. Like, and you're right, Babs. Like, whenever Real Madrid are quiet in the window, there's always a boom. There's always a big boom.
I think they've done this a couple of times in the past where they've just been a bit quiet and then they came out like boom.
Yeah. Well, wasn't it even like not this summer, the summer before? They spent like close to like £300 million. Like they bought Jovic, they bought Militao, they bought Mendy, they bought, I can't remember who else they bought as well. Like they spent so much money.
So Jovic is another player that could come back. There's another asset there. I mean, they just have so many players.
Yeah, no, you're right. And the thing is that whereas Barca's 1-0 to Man City.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do you know what the difference is as well? Look at the age profile of the players that we've mentioned.
Exactly.
And then look at the Griezmann on 800k at Barcelona.
Bruv. And this is the point I was about to make now. Like, the good thing about Madrid is all their assets are at good ages. Barca have Griezmann approaching 30, PK well over 30, and I'm trying to Coutinho 29 going 30 as well. Like some of these players that they desperately need to offload that are earning so much money. One, they're earning way too much that some of these other clubs are going to be willing to pay for. And two, who's going to pay the money that for a 28 or 29 or 30-year-old Griezmann or Coutinho?
Yeah.
Mad.
It's tight for them, man. On them, man. Yeah. Big bust as well. Like I like Dembele, but another player that has not worked for Barcelona at all, man.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. He's my guy as well.
His contract is up soon as well. You know, I think it's next year.
Is it actually?
I think next summer his contract is up.
Swear.
Yeah.
Mad. Yeah, that move has just been so good.
Titi value plummeted as well. Like Titi's basically got value. Alba is 31. They bought Des is a good right back. Sergio Roberto's 29, but he's on big wages. He's on nearly 200k. Busquets 32. Frankie de Jong is good, but he's 23. Then Pjanic, they did the swap with Arthur and Pjanic, and Pjanic is 30 years old, man. I don't know what their squad building is just baffling, man.
Crazy. That one. I saw that in the summer, and I couldn't believe it. How can you swap Arthur for Pjanic? It just crazy anti making. Like it's just mad. I'm sure
they have a couple good young players though. Like Trincao is a good player.
Yep.
Ansu Fati is a good player, and Pedri. But one of the ones that at the big clubs you cannot rely and trust the big players unless they're like Messi.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't put too much into them.
And they got Serginho Dest, that right back as well. Although he got rinsed.
Is he a fullback?
Mbappe. Yeah, he's a right back.
I can't lie, yeah. I don't think he should play fullback. I don't know. I feel like he's a winger, you know. Sadly feel like he's a winger when I watch him. Doesn't look, because time that positioning the other day, it was looking very scary. Looking very scary, man.
You know, we say all this, I'm looking at the league in La Liga, Barcelona are 5 points off Atletico Madrid. I granted Atletico Madrid have a game in hand, but they could still win the league this year, you know. They're not completely out of it at all.
Who, Madrid?
Yeah, they're actually got 5 points off Atletico. They could still win it.
Yeah, Atleti have dropped off. I think the gap is even shorter than that. I think it's down to 3 points. But obviously, Atleti have a game in hand.
Yeah, Madrid I think played 9, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so 3 points, 3 points off Atletico Madrid, and obviously they played the game more. So it's all to play for. It's just a case of when they can get their injured players back, because they got a lot of players missing, and they got Sociedad on Monday as well, away as well. So that's not going to be an easy game, especially after they're playing Champions League tonight away against Atalanta. So they got a lot.
I think Barcelona's obviously a bit concerned. I'm more concerned that Juve are gonna be left behind in Europe, because they've been. I mean, Ronaldo's been winning them league titles, but they've been shocking in Europe for a while.
Bruv,
now.
Dead.
And I don't know how they're gonna make up that gap, man. Who they're buying? The players that they have, man, on bare money, free transfers that have not worked out really. I mean, Ramsey's been a decent acquisition, but 400k is a lot of money for him. No one's taking them off you.
Yeah, they always give out big money on the wages.
Just got bare players that of us don't really want like that.
But I was looking at this. I was actually thinking about this, and I was looking at the squad yesterday. Like, they have a squad good enough to be doing something, to be doing a lot better than they have done, man. Like, they really do. Like,
they've got some good talent, you know. Yeah, they've got some. What's that? I like that Chiesa.
He's a tank, man. He's a proper tank. Like, I remember I watched him at the under-21.
Would they have the money to buy him though?
Italy.
He's already at Juve.
Have the money to buy... He's on loan.
He's at Juve. Yeah,
he's on loan, brother.
He's on loan with obligations. You know how these.
It's obligation.
They'll buy him, man. It's like when Barella went on loan.
He's getting bought. Yeah, he's getting bought.
Yeah.
It's just so that it lines up for the financial year
when
they spend that money.
And you know,
that money's only accounted for.
Yeah, and you know who else is? You know who else looks good as well? I was watching him in spells during the restart last year. That Kulusevski guy, he is a weapon.
He's cold.
He's a weapon, absolute weapon. So the thing is, they got prospects. They got prospects.
They do.
So
he signed a 2-year loan deal. A 3 million loan for the first year, 7 for the second year, 40 million obligation to buy with 10 million in variables.
Yeah, see, so he's theirs, man.
That's 60 mil.
He's theirs, man.
That transfer is done, man.
Yeah, exactly. He's theirs. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I feel like Perlo ball stinks, man.
It slightly does.
I remember. I'm not sure if you don't remember it, but The Athletic, they brought out this article about him. I think it was what's that? I think it's Horncastle or whatever his name is, the Serie A correspondent, and he was talking about for Perlo when he earned his license. He wrote this mad sort of essay or dissertation or something like that on his perfect system. And of course, you know how it works. When he's first got the job, they're obviously gassing it up and saying how he's always wanted to manage. He's got a great mind and stuff. But at times when I've watched Juve this season, they've looked very, very ordinary, man. Very ordinary. And it shouldn't be that way. And he doesn't like. I know Dybala's injured now, but I don't think he likes.
That's why I mentioned him. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I'm looking at that. I've seen a couple of their games. I'm thinking these men don't look that good. And then last week against Porto? I'm thinking Jesus.
Yeah, fam. How are you
big team like you?
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
Porto.
Be a big team.
You think Allegri at Juve is losing to Porto in the first leg? Impossible, man. Porto are whipping boys. It's crazy that they're losing anyway, man. And the worst thing is, I remember, I think it was last season when they obviously sold Moise Kean and they were trying to offload Dybala in the summer as well. Like signing Ronaldo, I think was the season before. I think they were trying to they signed Ronaldo thinking, you know what, we're gonna go for the Champions League, innit? And it just feels like ever since they've got Ronaldo, weirdly enough, they've looked like further and further away from winning. Yeah. It's crazy.
It was. Yeah, I agree, man. I wonder what they do. They're also one of these bully clubs, and when their back is on the ropes, they'll probably just try to buy Barella off Inter or something.
Exactly.
Like that.
Exactly. And also as well, the Bundesliga, like it's Bayern Munich. Monopoly on that league is actually insane. Like Like the way in which they can just take, and they've been doing this for years, and like, why do the Bundesliga?
I knew that they were on the final, you know. Man are telling them about, yo, we're taking your best player just before the final.
I've done this with Ballack as their Bayern Munich. Like they have more investors than others. So like I think Dortmund are also like a club that you can actually invest in and buy stock and stuff. But Bayern Munich and like Allianz have like years and years ago invested like 100 million into them. So they're like basically in Bayern Munich for lifetime. Then they have also Audi, for years and years, I think 80 or 60 million, like just invested into them.
Crazy.
The other Bundesliga clubs don't have that kind of, do you know what I mean, heritage for big corporations to put that type of money in. And that is always going to give Bayern the edge. And then obviously the commercial deals are far and away from everyone else. And on TV money as well, they're always in the Champions League going to deep stages. So they're always going to get big TV money in regards to that. If there's a alteration to the Champions League, there will definitely be a founding partner of whatever new. Do you know what I mean? They just have that advantage to all the other teams.
They're just so dominant, man. It's crazy. I'm just looking at it now. Like it's literally every season. And sometimes I remember, who was that? Remind me of his name, Dan. That Schalke keeper that they signed on a free transfer last season, or they announced it last season, and then Schalke Schalke like exiled him from playing or some shit like that. And then obviously Nicolas Sula a couple seasons ago. Like these are sometimes, even when they're taking your best player, they'll just take him on a free transfer as well. It's a violation, man. It's a violation.
With them. It's like a La Liga. It's like La Liga if there was just Real Madrid. That's what it is in Bundesliga.
Yeah.
So obviously there is Barcelona, but imagine if there wasn't. If there was just Real Madrid, and Real Madrid winning Champions Leagues and stuff, like it's just that's why they're the most attractive, and there always will be. You have to operate very smartly to even get close to them.
Yeah.
And they have to slip for you to win a league title, to be honest.
Yeah, like a.
And when they slipped, they went through a period when they didn't do well, and the couple, I think, Wolfsburg won a league title, Dortmund won some league titles.
Yeah, I remember.
One summer they just said, "Fuck it, man!" Like, and you know they're like very economically smart on what they buy, and they usually don't splash like that.
Yeah,
and they're very smart with their acquisitions. They just grabbed Ribery and Luca Toni in the same window and won the league title next year.
Yeah, I remember. I used to bully teams on
and then Iron Robben the next year. Like when they get aggressive, it's not good for the rest of the league, bro.
That's what you call football heritage. That's old school. But I say old school. It's literally only like 10 years ago, but still. That was like really, really a good version of Bayern. I feel like the Bundesliga was sick back them times as well. When Wolfsburg were doing bits there, Dzeko, and who was that Brazilian striker that they had at Wolfsburg?
Graffiti.
That's the one, man. They had players, man. Yeah, Bundesliga.
Yeah, Dzeko was really clapping in the Bundesliga, man. He was doing his thing.
Destroyed it.
Didn't he? I think it was they had a game against United, didn't it? Was it him that scored, or was it? I don't know. I don't remember. I think it was, and Michael Owen played in that game or something. I don't know.
I'm trying to remember who was my man, the South American striker for Dortmund before Lewandowski, before they signed Lewandowski.
Lucas Barrios.
Was it Barrios?
Yeah, it was Lucas Barrios.
Yeah. He was good as well.
He used to let the thing go, man. That was club's first striker, bro. When they were pressing the shit out of teams, bro.
Yeah, man. And then I remember as well, yeah, because I remember Lewandowski when they signed him from, I think it was like Lech Poznan that they signed this guy from, and they signed they had him, and like initially I was like, okay, yeah, this guy looks okay. He looks okay, and then but obviously Barrios was still there. He was still doing his thing. Then out of nowhere, Barrios disappeared, and I'm just seeing Lewandowski playing games. And not only is he playing games, he's literally clapping goals. And then that Champions League run against Madrid in the semis, where he's just a man literally took apart.
That game solidified him in Europe. That game basically made it clear that he's going to play for Bayern Munich, either play for Bayern Munich or Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And he I think while he was at Bayern, Real Madrid have tried a lot of times to get him.
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked, to be honest, because I'm trying to remember. That was what 2012, 2013. So Real Madrid would have had Benzema and Higuain at the time as well.
Yeah.
Madrid are still struggling to score against 10-man Atalanta.
Oh, really? What's their starting lineup? Who's starting? Benzema. Who's not playing on the wings?
Nah, Benzema's injured. They got injured. Yeah, they got Hazard injured, Militao injured, Carvajal injured, Valverde injured, Benzema injured, Ramos obviously injured, Marcelo injured, but he don't really play regularly anyway. Yeah. Man City are just playing with their food as well. I don't understand it. Like, they could have easily scored more goals. But yeah, the lineup.
That's just how Man City have been this season, man.
Yeah. The lineup.
Reserve energy, win the game. Yeah. And that's it.
Lineup, Isco. I think Isco's playing false nine. Weird.
Isco's starting. Okay.
Yeah, he has to, because they got nothing else. Isco, Vinicius, and Asensio front three, and then midfield is the usual, the football heritage midfield. So Toni Kroos, Casemiro, and Luka Modric, and then at the back you got Mendy, Nacho, Varane, and Vasquez right back. Vasquez has been playing right back for like the last month or so, or 2 months.
Yeah, he's been doing okay as well.
Yeah.
This is the thing about Real Madrid. Yeah, they're squad players. Yeah, that Nacho player, he's a very good technical player.
He is.
The most random. They're just a random team. Then they pick up Asensio from Mallorca, I think.
Yeah, Mallorca. Yeah.
Obviously, like a sturdy squad player for them.
Yeah,
their squad building is just
as a squad player. Yeah.
I think them and Bayern Munich do the best squad planning and building over many years.
Yeah.
Just enough to always compete. This year, obviously, Real Madrid a bit short, but then obviously, the Hazard signing ain't banked. If the Hazard signing would have banked,
they would have been where. Exactly.
They would have been where they wanted to be.
Exactly. No, I agree.
Who do you think is a dark horse in this Champions League competition? Obviously, not the favourites, but like the dark horse that you're looking at. Maybe they can do something.
I need to see who's still in it. Actually, one sec. I don't know. I'm looking at the teams now. Not Atalanta. No German side apart from. In fact, wait. Dortmund? Nah. I don't think they can do it. They'll beat Sevilla.
In the league, I think.
They'll beat Sevilla. Does PSG count as a dark horse?
I think I put them favourites. Based on last year, I would say the final.
They should be favourites, especially. Yeah. I'd say dark horses this year. Then I'd say Man City, man. Like they should be there. They should be there. Let's not beat around the bush. They should be making semi-finals for me minimum this year. But obviously shagged in recent seasons. So we'll see, man.
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say yeah, go on.
No, go on. You go first.
I was gonna say Chelsea. If Chelsea get past Atletico Madrid, I think they could get a lucky draw in that next round, like a Dortmund or I don't know. Actually, lucky. There's not too many lucky draws. But yeah, I could see them getting to the semi-finals. Like just the way they play, very controlled, pragmatic, measured. I could see them going far in Europe. To be honest, I could see them as a dark horse. To be honest,
I'm not even gonna lie. That was the team that came in my head, but I don't want to say it.
It's the right told, bro. You can just say it, bro. It's fine.
No.
We're not gonna win it. We're not gonna win it.
I
think you know what it is, yeah. I think with our team as well, like what Dan said, in terms of like the pragmatism at the moment with Tuchel and how he's got us like structurally sorted out and like organized. Everybody kind of knows their role, but the only problem is we cannot have games like we did against Atletico yesterday, where we're getting these opportunities to kind of like, you know, put the pressure on them, create some chances, even like, you know, put a couple of those chances away. Because I think the difference is the other teams are not going to be as slimy as Atletico were in terms of the way they chilled and stood back. And they got players that can hurt us if we kind of have defensive lapses in it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, but the good thing is, I think to add to like what Dan's saying about being a dark horse, we done it yesterday without Thiago Silva. He's probably our best defender. Like, well, not probably. He is our best defender. Do you get what I'm saying? So, and the attackers are yet to like really kind of be firing on all cylinders. Really, like none of them are even close. I think, if I'm being honest. So, if that gets better as we go along, then yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I just think like in Europe, because obviously it's a two-leg thing, and it's just a grind. If it's about managing games, and what I don't think Chelsea create much or anything of the kind at the moment, but they manage games. Like you can see they're managing the games, they're managing the difficult periods of the games. So for that reason, I can kind of see you guys not necessarily win it, but I can see you surprising people and going far.
Yeah, I hear you. 2012 all over again, isn't it?
I pray to God it isn't. I pray to God it isn't.
Slimy. Fucking try and do it against Bayern again, bruv. Them pricks. I hate them, bro. They'll wrap us though, if I'm being honest, bro. Like, I just feel like, yeah, I'm still haunted by what they did to us fucking last year, bro. Like that was disgusting. That was just disgusting.
That was a big bully thing, boy.
Yeah, it was, man. But we were never like gonna be as like in the tie like that with them, I think. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Tuchel might have a little bit of magic up his sleeve, innit? You never know.
So. I might switch over to the Real Madrid game. You know, they should score that second half, innit? The City game we kind of just.
Yeah, they should. I've literally got it on my laptop now. Because you're right. In fact, I'm gonna do the same switch and put the Man City on the laptop one because I can't see Man City letting this slip.
No, I can't see it too tough neither. I think looking at that game, Gladbach are usually quite good in transition, but I think he tried to be very compact between the lines for City to not get through the lines.
Yeah.
So they're losing it. They're not playing with as much transitional threat.
Yeah.
So the only way they can get anything or get back into this game, really, I think, is if they're taking a risk. And they're bringing on, I don't know, Marcus Thuram and Patrick Herrmann. I think if they bring on them to maybe Otto Traore, but
who's
Mbolo or something like that.
They got
some
this,
traditional threat.
They got this midfielder that a lot of people talk about, Florian Neuhaus or whatever his name is. I've not watched him extensively. Same way I've not really watched Zakaria extensively. But you know, like football Twitter, they love these hipster type names, innit? What's your thoughts on both those players? Like, are they the real deal or what?
I don't rate Zakaria that much, to be honest. I don't rate him that much. I think he has quite a few obvious deficiencies technically. But obviously physically he's very good and very strong, and even in that game he's won the ball back a couple of times pretty well. But I don't rate him that highly, to be honest. I think he's a good player, decent player. Neuhaus, I think, is a good, talented young player. I wouldn't say top player, but he's one of these players. Yeah, I can imagine or I can see him have a good career.
Yeah.
He makes the right decisions. He's like a coach's pet kind of thing. He's one of these players. Everywhere he go, I guess the coach will probably buy into him and have him as one of the key cogs. And I think he's going to move. He's going to go to Dortmund with Marco Rose. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's rumours that Dortmund want to buy him and Bayern want to buy him. And usually players pick Dortmund when they're younger. So he'll probably go Dortmund and then go Bayern when he's ready.
Oh, mad.
Yeah, I think, but I think all his family are Bayern Munich fans, though. I think Neuhaus is decent. I just don't quite know how good, really. You know, some players you're instantly convinced. Like I think he's good, but I wouldn't put my stocks in them like that. You know.
Yeah, you know you know the one midfielder who I really like in the Bundesliga, the Austrian guy for Leipzig, Leimer. I think he's good, man. I think he's tidy in possession, and he's a Duracell bunny. He's a Duracell bunny. He don't stop, man. He doesn't stop.
He's a prototype RB Leipzig player, no midfield player.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
He is.
Literally is. They made him in the lab or something, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they definitely made him in the lab. Him and Haaland.
Haaland he's fake, man. He's actually fake. But I was discussing this the other day. Like, there's a lot of people use the word generational, but like I think we're definitely looking at a generational talent. Like, it's crazy, man. His finish on the weekend. Did you see it?
Yeah, of course, man. The thing is with Haaland is, he's what, 19? He scored like 46 goals in 46 games or something stupid for Dortmund, and yet I think he scores with every second or third shot, something stupid.
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous, and it's been going on for so long that it's not a blip, it's not form. It's like this is him. You watch him, he's just an abnormally good finisher.
Yeah.
I do think that he has some flaws in this game. Like I don't think his game outside or in around like far away from the penny box is that good. But he can dribble. He can run with the ball.
Exactly.
Touch sometimes is a bit sloppy, perhaps, but he can hold it up. Like he's one of these players. Yeah, you know when you pick your moments in the game, it's like it's not been my game, for example, but I'll pick my moment. He'll just find a way, kind of thing.
Yeah,
he's that type of. Yeah, I think he's a very, very big talent. I'm actually sure. I'm pretty sure he will leave this summer.
Where to though? Because
if the money's right.
Where to, man? That's the question.
If the money's right,
I bet you want him at Chelsea, don't you?
I know that Dortmund will sell him for the right money this summer. Him or Sancho will go this summer.
You know that. I think they have to sell Haaland first because Haaland has that release clause next year. So if they want to make more money,
that's it. This is why I think Haaland will probably leave.
Yeah.
But, does the release clause come? Does it not come into effect this season? Oh, it's next year.
Next summer, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It would make sense for them to get rid of him. Well, I just wonder who they replace him with, though. It's crazy, man.
They'll buy Daniel Malan.
Who's that guy? Mukoko. You've got him.
They got Mukoko. Mukoko is 16, though. No, I think they'll buy. They already know. I think they will buy Malan from PSV if Haaland goes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will buy Daniel Malan.
I think Alexander Isak could be another.
Yeah, I think the way he left Dortmund wasn't good, though.
Yeah.
They'll probably look at him, but he was at Dortmund and they sold him because he didn't want to be out on loan. He said, "Sell me," kind of thing. So, but yeah, maybe he'll come back.
He backed himself in it. Hey, Tobes, what? Dele Alli scored a nice goal, yeah?
Mario.
Very nice,
good. You ran good, yeah?
Yeah. Where you at right now? Sounding a bit rowdy.
No, not at all. I'm chilled, man. What was I going to ask you, Tobe? Why are you not playing on a Wednesday as well?
I think it's something to do with COVID. I've not
office hours.
Yeah, I've not read about it properly, but it must be something to do with COVID because I think Arsenal were meant to play a home game tomorrow as well, etc. So I think it's like them not wanting. I don't know. It's something. I just know it's something.
Aren't Arsenal playing in Greece though?
Are they playing in Greece?
That changed. Yeah, it did have something to do with with Arsenal. I think that's why they were scheduled to play Wednesday, but the Arsenal thing has changed. We're actually not playing in London, but the Spurs game was too late
like
to
you can't have
reschedule.
two home games in
Yeah,
the same city on the
it was too
same
late to
night. Yeah.
reschedule. So
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough. Say less. Well, good performance. Yeah, you happy with that? Yeah.
Yeah, very happy. Very happy. I know it's bums, but like I was happy with
Dele
what I
Ali
saw.
remontada, yeah.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully, let him.
Absolutely fucking not, man.
Listen, let him get his rep up.
that's it. Absolutely fucking not.
Let him do his thing, and then in the summer, you sell him. And you get a player who's much more sort of rounded or better rounded.
Who would you be looking to get? Like, who would you have your eye on?
Sabitzer, man. I want him.
Is he good? Yeah.
Yeah, man. I like him.
You sure you can play in that more advanced role?
I don't think necessarily he has to play a number 10 role. We can switch to a 4-3-3. I think the point is we want a player who isn't just strictly usable in the final in that sort of number 10 position. We want a player who's a bit more flexible. That's the whole reason why we bought a player like Lo Celso, and that's why our fan base wants a player who is not strictly dependent on us playing the 4-2-3-1, man. Because it's not. Yeah, I like Ali. I think he will do well elsewhere, but I just feel like
where, bro?
I don't know.
I was gonna say where.
I don't know. PSG won a minute, so let him do his thing.
Everyone loves shifting their Deadwood to PSG. How's he fitting there?
I don't know. The same way Moise Keane's fitting there, man. I don't know.
Same way. Hold on.
Yeah?
It will fit in the same way Choupo-Moting was fitting in there, bro. Same way.
I believe somewhere, some club, some decent club in world football definitely
I think he'll have to go down. He'll have to go down the table though, rather than up. To be honest.
Even still, that's
Sevilla.
Yeah. As long as the money's right and he's in a team that can actually play to his strengths, then that's fine, man.
What would you say are his strengths?
Off the ball movement, finishing, and he's got decent technical ability as well. I know a lot of people don't really rate it highly, but he's got decent technical ability.
Alright.
I think he's someone who's proven. I think he's proven that, like, if you put him in a position to do so, he will put up numbers. Like, he will score goals. He will get a couple assists. And yes, he may not be the most stylish footballer, but he does what it says on the tin at times. It's just the consistency issue with him and his dilly-dallying or daily-dallying, as I call it, on the ball, man.
What were you saying about him when he was grabbing like 15 league goals? What was your read on him then?
I thought he was a quality player, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, me personally, I've always known that he ain't a playmaker, innit? He's not this eye of the needle type player, but he was a player who could contribute to the attack, not just by scoring, but like making the right decision in the final third.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing which is completely gone away from his game is the consistency. Because we always knew that, like, he wasn't the type of midfielder that you could play as a number 6 or number 8, because he just doesn't have the qualities on the ball, especially in the league. As soon as you press this guy, he'll lose the ball. Like, it's just and plus, even when you don't press him, he just takes too long on the ball, like kills counterattacks, etc., and he's slow at carrying the ball as well. So with him, what he had going for him was that he was very consistent at scoring goals and creating goals. And once that consistency's gone away now, it's basically like magnified the bad parts of his game, which is what I mentioned, like slowing down play, turning over the ball, like not really impacting the game outside of the final third. And it's weird because he had this one season for us. In the season, our first season at Wembley. He started that season horribly. Like the first 2-3 months of the season, he was bad. Obviously, he scored these goals against Real Madrid, so everyone was like, yeah, he did his thing. But aside from that, his first 3-4 months of the season were bad. And then I think from like December onwards, he literally just kicked it up a gear and was scoring, assisting. All-round game was there as well. It wasn't just final third. Like, he was doing good things, like just past the halfway line as well. Like, he did that season. We all thought, okay, cool. So now you're scoring the goals, assisting, and now you're even looking like a bit of a more of a presence in general play as well. So we thought, like, yeah, he's evolving into a better player.
I can see Poch was really trying to make him that sort of player. Like, he was really putting the effort in for him to develop that side of his game. I thought it was working as well, to be fair. I never really rated him. But I could see Poch trying to do that. Oh, from Smelly Alley.
Who called him Smelly Alley?
Me.
I hate you so.
You know the funny thing is, because Danny Ali was getting the numbers and the goals, but he was reminding me of Bruno, really, but on a lower level.
I was about to say, he gives them type of vibe. He's actually not as sloppy as Bruno, thankfully for him. But yeah, them kind of players, like, they put the numbers up, but you just don't rate them. Like, when you watch their general all-round game, it just is not top level. And I think that's kind of appreciated here. It's appreciated mainly here. I think on the continent, they're more like questionable about players like that. But here it's always like, he's getting the numbers, mate. And then people like, if you say you don't rate them, they'll ask you why. They'll tell you you're crazy. I think at his peak, you could have probably gotten closer to like 80, and he would have, just based on his rep, would have only gone up from Spurs. Now, I reckon maybe you'll get like 40, 50. And
you think you'll get 50?
Maybe what is he, 24?
24, yeah.
He has previous seasons of like putting up numbers.
Yeah.
I think he'll struggle to get to a team like the level above Spurs, to be honest. If he knows what's good for him, he'll try and make something of himself at Spurs.
Yeah, well, the option is there, really, because whether we like it or not, we've got him for another, 3.5 years, 4.5 years. So it's up to him to convince us that he's still that guy, innit? But like I was saying to German Dan, as it stands now, most of our fans, they appreciate his qualities, but they want him gone for a more flexible midfielder in the summer. So he has to prove to us that, like, he can carve a place into this team. Make yourself undroppable and make us think that, like, you are this player. But even the problem is, even if he does that, we then get into this situation that we're in with a lot of our players, whereby we let a couple months of brilliant form cloud us from the bigger picture, which is that we need our team to play this certain way, and that's not your strong point. So irrespective of the strong form you show us, maybe we still need to be ruthless in the summer and just move you on anyway, man.
Yeah, I hear you. Save some money, save some money, get some better talent in. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I think if you're smart, you get him to play a few games, and he obviously scored a good goal today. Get him to pick up a couple more goals. Premier League clubs are usually quite stupid with their money. They'll splash 40 M's on them. There ain't no way Bundesliga team splashing that money on them. Ain't no way Serie A team splashing that money on them.
Yeah,
I struggle to see how La Liga team can come up with that type of money as well. So I think the best bet is making them attractive to Prem teams, like Everton, like
Villa, maybe. I don't know.
Villa, yeah.
He's not going to Everton, man. I doubt it. I don't see him.
Why not? He might.
I don't see him wanting to go there. If you get what I mean.
Everton is one of these moves you can sell as a sideways move rather than going down, because you could.
I guess.
Do you know what I mean? Ancelotti as the manager, and they're spending money and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they achieve much, but on the optics, it doesn't look as bad as going to, like, I don't know, Villa. You know, because Everton's still a big team.
I think
I don't think Leicester will buy him. That their recruitment is very specific on their positions, and he doesn't quite fit in with the way they play as well.
I do think you could fit it. I think they need that secondary type of scorer. I think you'd do the job.
Who? What?
Spurs?
No, at Villa, Ali.
Villa.
Yeah,
okay.
I think you do at Villa. They play 4-2-3-1. Grealish on the left. They lay through the middle as well. Like, I think he could do a job there.
They're liking the money as well, right?
Yeah, they do. And I remember saying this, and I got laughed at for saying that, like, if Spurs sell Ali, I want 35 million. and someone was like, "Oh yeah, no, who the hell is gonna pay that?" I'm like, "Bruv, the guy's 24
Yeah,
years
that's
old.
fair enough. So
The guy's 24 years old and has a ridiculous body of work to go off. And
good body of work.
What's that?
I was gonna say ridiculous.
Bro, we have to say
he ain't Buffy the Body, bro. But
your objective, the objectives you choose to describe your Spurs players at times kill me, man. They only have two good seasons and two underwhelming seasons.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is his numbers. When I say body of work, I'm saying the numbers in the league in terms of goals and assists. Like he's actually got really good numbers for a midfielder. Like he's got some.
I'm describing him like Buffy the Body, bro.
No, come on. I'm not trying to over. I'm not.
No, I do think 35 is a. I think you'll probably get 30, 35 from a front club.
I think so. Do you think? Second half started. Hey, Real Madrid, man, they're hard to watch, man.
They are, man. This is what I'm saying. They're painful to watch, man.
They need more attacking quality.
Boy, Hazard needs to get out of from the injury table and start playing.
Honestly,
forget about it, man. They need to replace him now.
Fam, it's so funny. I was telling Chelsea fans like last season, bro. Forget about it, man. He's finished.
He's done.
Not built for the grind, man. Go back to Chelsea. Go back to Chelsea,
man. It's physically.
Yeah, go back to. I don't think it's physically done.
The pressures at Madrid are not for everyone still.
Yeah,
they won't take him back at Chelsea, Mariah. Obviously, Chelsea have got Callum Hudson-Odoi in it. He's better than Hazard, right? That's how it works.
Like they should have gone for Salah's got the mentality of a big club player. Like
he does.
Like Salah, and they needed to replace Ronaldo's goals anyway.
Yeah,
so just the Hazard signing didn't really make. Like, I remember we were arguing in the Touchline group chat. People saying, "Oh, when he goes to Spain, he'll score 30."
No way.
Prof was trying to explain like it doesn't really work like that. Like people just tend to kind of get the goals they get. He might get like a little buffer and increase, but he's not going to go from the numbers he gets now to like 30. Remember, like his 16 or so included like pens as well. When you take pens,
what you saying? Premier League tax on Hazard in La Liga, yeah?
Yeah, that's what they were thinking, isn't it?
But
people see La Liga and like they're just like, obviously you play for Real Madrid and Barca, like you're playing for the stronger side, but getting goals is all about your approach to the game, man. Like,
this is what I'm saying, Mariah.
Yeah,
Hazard don't care about goals, innit? That's what I'm saying. He don't care about scoring like that, bro.
That's not his game.
Yeah, he don't care about scoring like that. So for Real Madrid, Real Madrid are dumb to look at that signing and think, yeah, this is going to be like the route back to the top.
Man. I ain't complaining
with Ronaldo. No,
I'm not gonna lie. I thought he'd kill it. I thought he'd kill it for Real Madrid though, because
I thought he'd do well. Yeah, I definitely thought he'd do well.
He may not score like 30 goals, but I thought he'd kill it there. Coming off especially coming off the season that he had.
Agreed. I thought he'd do well.
I think I thought that as well. Because I have a close friend who follows Madrid, and because of the way he says they play, I just knew it was not going to work, man. Because the thing with Hazard, he needs to be the beacon of the game. But Madrid aren't like that. They don't play like that. They try to play as an actual team. So when
I don't know. I just don't think he had the equity, man. I don't think wasn't Ronaldo their beacon. I don't know, man. I just thought he just didn't have.
When I say beacon, I mean like Hazard is getting the ball at the halfway line. Like,
but what do you mean by they play like they like to play as a team? Because Hazard is like probably an ultimate team player, bro. Like I don't think he's an individual. I'm
not saying he's not a team. He is an individual, man. Come on, man. He gets the ball at halfway line. He's got but
wait. He's got individual quality, and he can show it whenever he wants to show it.
Gabriel Jesus can't even get separation. Like Gabriel need to really be looking to get somebody in to boost that attack, because it's like Vinicius, Rodrigo. I hope people rate them. I don't watch them so much, and there's probably players in there. But this is Real Madrid.
Hey, brother. You see Vinicius? That guy. Dan James right there, man.
Vinicius Junior. I thought he was
air, man.
But he's just P&P, man.
He's air.
He's just P&P.
He's air, man. He's so air.
Nah, Pulisic has got way better feet.
This is just Real Madrid. Hold on, let's get Usman off the thing, because Usman's a Real Madrid fan. He watches.
I don't think Vinicius has brilliant tech. He's a bit of a Pulisic. He's a much more.
just before we just got his injury now, he got a good run of games in, and he was actually he's actually way better than Vinicius when it comes to the final third.
Okay, so what do you think? What can he be a player for you lot? Do you think like a starter?
Yeah, definitely. Rodrigo defo. Vinicius, I'm not. Vinicius is the thing with these two is that Vinicius has got the mentality because he's always gonna make runs in behind. He's always gonna try hard. He's never gonna give up, all that kind of stuff. But it's I think it's something to do like his mechanics are just not there. Like the way he strikes the ball, especially when he goes into the front third, his decision making is not there. I don't know what happens to him when he turns into the final third. But Rodrigo, he's much more polished as a whole. Like you can see, like okay, this guy's good technically. He can strike the ball well. He can pass. He can create. He can make runs. So Rodrigo's he's definitely a player. So I'm good with that.
I agree.
Okay.
I think Rodrigo's a good player.
Who's the other one? Who's the other one that's on loan at Dortmund?
Reina.
Is he good?
He had a good period of games before injury, but after that, I don't think he's playing like that.
I think he's
like a similar mode to Benzema.
Yeah.
Really? I thought he was like another. I thought it was like more like. I thought it was like Kaka.
Yeah,
he's like a second striker. He's a second striker. He plays like a second striker.
I'd say similar.
I haven't seen him play.
He's very good, but he's not ready yet. He's not ready yet.
Oh, what is he good? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he's actually very good, but he's not ready yet.
Is he been compared to Kaka?
Another question. Usman. Thoughts on Isco and the tragedy of Isco?
Should I see that fat boy shine?
Hello, Usman.
I saw him. I'm watching him today. Yeah, he's playing with the Ndombele gas tank, man. Like this guy was done after in the 45th minute. You see him. I think one of the guys. I think it was Vasquez who made a run. Who made a third man run, and they played a 1-2. Isco had the ball, and he couldn't kick it like 6 yards, and his head just went down. And he's like, "Oh, yo, this guy's done."
He needs to leave, man. I used to love Isco. I thought he was the next one up, man.
Him and Götze were brazy that year.
I thought him and Thiago were gonna be this gen's Iniesta and Xavi for them, man.
Yeah,
and he just, I think they just had too many stars. Too many stars at it's a high bar, but then even I don't know where's he ended up. He's not like one like rung below. He's not two. Like he's just kind of had a bit of a nothing career, man.
Yeah, that's true. His last season, his last like really good season was 16-17 when he was playing in that diamond shape in front of Kroos and Modric in Champions League and stuff like that. I think that was like when he shined, and in La Liga he shined as well in that season. But after that, it's just been.
Talking 16, 17.
Isco, yeah. I remember watching Isco against Verratti, fam, for Spain again when they were playing Italy, and he destroyed Verratti.
Was that the season
I remember that murdered them, cuz he absolutely murdered the whole fucking team. They couldn't touch him, bro. Like I don't understand how this has happened to Isco so soon, bro. Like it's mad.
I think he scored a free kick that game as well. Like he was just
I think he's more inclined. He's more built to be like the best player on his team, and I don't know if he like knows how to play a kind of contributing role. Like he was sick for Malaga, and I could see him probably being like a leader for Spain as well, which could make his form for them more understandable. But Real, you could proper get lost in the mixer. I know Zidane rates him as well, which is probably why he still tries to play him and stuff. But I think he needs a change of scenery somewhere where he's the best player, man.
You've been chilling with Hazard though, so.
Yeah, he looks bigger.
If Zidane rates you, then you're gonna play. Like that's one thing that's guaranteed. If Zidane rates you,
he's even bigger than Hazard. Like at this point, he's won everything. Like you're 28. Like go and like enjoy like your last 4 or 5 years and just like play and end up with some sort of legacy. Like I don't know what his legacy would be if he retired today.
He can even like go back to like Malaga, not Malaga, but like he can go to like Sociedad and Villarreal and just like
one of them teams, like one of them pretender teams, and just be like,
just enjoy life, man. Just enjoy life.
The best player not playing for Real or Barca. Yeah.
One of those. It's like the equivalent of Everton in BPL, man. Just go down like 1 or 2 steps and just enjoy life.
And he's cold. I see that Gabriel Jesus. Atleti looking shaky as well, so that might fraud another league title, bro.
Nah, to be honest,
the Mondays
thing with that
just vibes, fam. Fucking Zidane.
We are barely hanging on right now.
Oh, I watched your game. I watched your game on the weekend because I wanted to watch Tony Cruz. And it's tough. It's a tough watch, man.
To watch that. I'm sorry to watch that.
What do you think of this? What do you think of Vasquez playing right back as well?
To be honest, I mean that's what he's there for. He's a utility player now, like because we have Carvajal who's injured. Odriozola, he's completely shot when it comes to his confidence. So Vasquez has to play then, and to be honest, he does an okay job. He's not gonna get found out unless he's playing like a really good PNP guy. So he does a solid job there, and that's all you can ask for him now.
I feel like that guy's just running around, bro. Like a big man thing. I feel like every single game I watch him just doing that, just hella running, hard running, bro, all the time.
Yeah,
I don't even know like what position he plays, bro.
He's got Varane as cover, so every time like that was the big thing when Odriozola was playing. Like he got found out, and Varane and Modric had to cover, and you don't want a 35-year-old Modric to cover, man.
What did you think about getting rid of Hakimi, sending him to Inter Milan? What do you think about that?
Oh, he'll be back. Don't worry, he'll be back. I think he'll be back.
You think so, yeah?
Yeah, I think he will be back. I think because Carvajal is like another one of Zidane's guys, and he's done a good job, so Zidane trusts him. And he's like 27, 28. It's a bit unlucky he's picked up the injury, but it's still like I still rate him more than
his prime.
I still rate him more than Hakimi because he fits the system well and he's better defensively. So and that's what you need. That's what you need more when it comes to Zidane's system. So I don't mind that. I think Hakimi, like, he'll be back in, I don't know, 2 years or whatever.
Yeah. All right. And you lot did it to balance the books. You had to, innit?
Hey, it got to be done, man.
No, I know. I'm not knocking it at all. Like, it had to be done for real.
Yeah.
Who can you not afford
they
this summer?
Though. They're still waiting. I don't know.
This goal doesn't look like it's coming from anywhere, boy. Yeah, I heard that. That Inter didn't pay you, yeah?
Yeah, they're still waiting. They told us, yeah, don't worry.
Them man are broke, like.
I'll pay you later, man. I'll pay you later.
That's what all the suppliers are doing. Everyone asking for rescheduling the payments and stuff.
Yeah.
Bro, I got bills to pay, B.
And you lot are building a new stadium, aren't you?
Yeah. That's why we've been playing at our academy stadium for like last 2 years.
Cool. Is that all still on track? Because I know what's his name, Perez is a construction guy, ain't he? So I know he's eating on the top of that.
Yeah. He's got his guys doing the job.
He's definitely eating from that, man.
Yeah, that's definitely eating, bro.
I mean,
anything that
you're budgeting for 1.5 million on like steel, and you only spend like 800k.
Subs are dodgy, you know.
It's slick. That's how it works. So any kind of large scale project,
that's how you gotta
absolutely
get them,
man.
Absolutely, bro. That's
how it goes.
The big deals.
That's how it goes, man. That's why you always see it in the budgets. Like the budget it for like 800 million, and then by the time it's done, it was like 1.2 million. When it's a project of that size, it's very hard to keep a track of what's going where, and it's just everyone signing off for shit because stuff needs to be done. You know, it's only at the end. It's like, oh shit, how much did we spend?
You look at the numbers, you're like, wait, the math, but you know what?
That's what it is.
Money
everybody,
as well, man.
Everybody ate, man. Everybody ate. You paid the price.
When you get into numbers that big, it's always fake money as well. Like,
yeah,
inflating invoices left, right, and center. Because
of course,
just like
who Madrid afford this summer
for something that doesn't cost anywhere near as much.
You say who can they afford this summer? I don't know it because they've been linked with Mbappe, they've been linked with Haaland, they've been linked with all sorts. I don't know if they can afford these guys.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I think Mbappe will be available for like 100 mil or less. You know, he's only got a year left.
Nah, brother.
Wait,
100.
He's not gonna. He's got 1 year left. He's not gonna sign.
Okay.
I would so. I think
he's going for 130.
The thing with Mbappe,
PSG was trying to get as much.
I think
sure
it just depends, right? Because it's like for me, it's for PSG. They need to like make a decision, like either convince him to sign, or they're gonna have to take like a proper cut price on him.
Yeah, it's kind of
with Mbappe. Like the big thing is we can't like afford the salary. Like I think he's gonna ask for like 30 mil, and we can only afford like I don't know, like 16 or 18 or 20 like that.
over there.
We can't go with that. We can't go that.
You man
low.
are gonna have to do a money heist thing because it's mad.
We're trying to
peas,
secure
brother.
flipping Ramos, and he wants a 2-year deal, and we can only give him one, and we're trying to secure that, and that's been a trouble. So there's no way.
I thought I read that he was going.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I read the same, yeah, and to be honest, like this is the 3rd year in a row or the 4th year. I don't know what to believe, man. Like he comes in with the same like, yo, I'm gone. And then Paris is like, okay, so when are you gone? He's like, all right, give me a contract or I'm gone, and he gets a contract or something.
Is he still worth it?
Oh yeah. He's still Ramos. Like he's still the top level guy. So I don't want him to go PSG or something, man. I think if he stays and we're gonna get Alaba in the summer, I think he'll be.
Yeah, that's what people actually. That's what we not mentioned. I've already signed Alaba as well. Coming next transfer window.
He's talking about 400 racks as well. Isn't it? But there's no fee. There's no fee. So
I think he was 250 or something. 250, but with a big sign on.
Yeah, that guy's really trying to cash out, boy.
Trust me. Man, say 400 racks, you know.
Real Madrid are raising funds this summer, though, man. That's why I think they're gonna do one big transfer at least.
So where are they gonna
get the big transfers?
I'm sure they're gonna make money this summer.
I think Mbappe's staying this summer. You know.
Yeah, I think the same, man.
I don't think I think he's gonna sign a new deal, man.
I think that as well. I think he'll stay, but I think they can.
22, sign another 3 years or something. Leave when he's like 25 and that.
It was meant to be a Liverpool 2021 thing, innit? I heard. Them man were screaming about 2021.
Them man have been talking about Mbappe and Sancho.
They're delusional, man. They're so delusional.
Bro, who's delusional, right, bro?
Talking about Mbappe.
The audacity.
I've been listening to Cuphead, man. These men have been talking about.
You're delusional, man. Who's delusional? You, brother.
Why do you think he learned English, bro?
Huh?
Why do you think he learned English?
It's the most spoken language in the world. I don't know.
Why do you think he learned English, bro?
Because he's been learning it in school from about 4 years old.
It makes him marketable. Like, what are we trying to say?
He can speak Spanish as well. You saw what he said.
I mean, I imagine he could speak English before.
We try to get into. Nah, I don't think he could. I don't think he
could. Really?
Nah, I don't think he could. I've seen interviews.
Nah, but honestly, I think
before he came to Chelsea when he was quite young, though, didn't he? Little trial.
No.
Yeah, cheeky little trial. You know, do his thing.
Yeah, he did.
What were you gonna say, Peter? Before COVID, what? Go on.
I said I think before COVID, especially with the Nike deal and that, we had a realistic chance of getting him. But now,
I don't think you did, bro.
I think you did. Honestly,
I don't think you did. I think you.
LeBron gassed you, man. LeBron definitely gassed you, man.
You man are not hitters like that.
I can't like Mbappe is like the top guy in football now. If he goes somewhere, it has to be elite.
I agree.
It has to be like Real Madrid.
Liverpool guys have been saying
he doesn't even like Barcelona apparently.
Liverpool guys have been talking like they're the best in the world, but you're not elite, bro.
2-0 Man City.
It's more the fact that if he's available, like all the clubs will be sniffing around. Liverpool just won't be able to offer like the money that the others will.
They can't give him 250 a week.
Mbappe's gonna be using Liverpool as a negotiation tactic. Like, yo, you see that offer? Like, you want to give me more? Nah, bro. There's no real chance that Liverpool.
How much is he earning at PSG? I'm sure he earns bears at PSG as well.
No. I'm not saying we got money for him, but all I'm saying is he ain't going to Liverpool.
How much is he earning at PSG? Because I'm sure he's earning a lot at PSG already. Like more than anything anyone at Liverpool earns.
Yeah, that's facts. Our wage bill is so low.
So when you move, you want to pay rise as well.
Especially if you're a young black man.
Do you not think he needs to leave France if he wants to get a Ballon d'Or?
Nah.
I don't think he has. I think he has to win. He needs to be the best player in the Champions League winning side, or
I think he
Champions
can
League,
win
that's
one.
a done deal.
I think he can win the one next year. It's a perfect opportunity. If PSG go very far in the Champions League, if they win it,
France win the
and the
Euros.
Euros are there, man.
The Euros are going to be
He
big.
does well in that tournament, but the Mbappe hype is going to go through the roof. Make sure you got your stocks ready, innit? Because we're going to the
Bro,
moon,
it's too late to get stocks now, bro.
It's not. It's never too
Way
late, bro.
too late.
It's never too late.
Nah, it's never too late. If that shit can still rise,
Never too late, bro.
It's not too late.
It's still rising.
That's shameless, bro.
Taking that
Does
shit to
anyone
the
not
moon,
have
B.
stocks? Like, does anyone actually think he's
Yeah,
not
there's no stocks left.
quality?
Who do you think Haaland's going to, though?
That's more likely. I think Haaland is like with Madrid, Man City, and who else is? I think one more team. That's more likely.
Chelsea, no?
Yeah, Chelsea. Chelsea's another one. Yeah, that's much more likely this summer that Haaland's gonna move. Especially because Dortmund are like, I think they're like what 5-6 points behind the Champions League spots. So.
Hey, who's Salah Stanley, man? Is that Dan Soft Burner account?
Who?
Salah Stanley, man.
I think he was in the Compare podcast. Was in the Compare podcast this week.
Liverpool fan, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
Annex. It was the Dan Soft Burner account.
He basically is a bot, but yeah.
He's another TK.
Yeah, for real. We all can't even break down. 11 against 11. This could have been long for us still.
To be honest,
crazy, bro.
I'd rather play against 11 because our big worry this season has been like playing against lower teams that play low block. You can't break down a low block.
They're still trying to score though. They're not even defending like that. They're still trying to look how open they are. Look how open they are.
They're not even sitting deep.
Yeah, you got nothing in your attack. There's no speed. There's no like it's just all very much in front of them, man.
Yeah. It's to be expected when you're playing Isco, false 9 or wherever.
Damn, that's
and the thing is, I want to blame it on
injury.
I want to blame it on injury, but even when Benzema's been in this team, I've seen Real Madrid and I've not been impressed. I've not been impressed.
The team's just not. The attack is just not dynamic enough, man.
Bro.
They really need to do something about that.
I have no doubts Real Madrid will be dumped out of the Champions League in the
quarterfinals or
semis. I'm not expecting like anything.
Yeah, ever since Ronaldo went, we said Ronaldo smelt the blood in the blood water.
Ever since Ronaldo left, our second highest top scorer has been either like Cruz, Modric, or Casemiro.
That's scary.
That's embarrassing. After Benzema,
I actually checked, and it is Casemiro because I remember Casemiro has 5 and Benzema has 13.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Last season it was Ramos with 11 because he kept taking 10s.
Did you not see the stat that Bayern Munich ran 20 kilometers more than the average La Liga team per match?
Really?
Is it?
Yeah.
Across all the players, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, they got the PEDs on point, man.
Yeah, but I noticed that when we were playing Atletico last night, they just like stand off you. They just let you do what you want.
La Liga teams ain't running this season. These lot are all defending.
Going from Prem ball to that, the midfielders in Chelsea's team must have been like, this is bloody easy.
Yeah, I saw that game.
And Jorginho was still overhitting passes, man. God damn.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he was having a mess still.
Criminal, man.
You're right, Sam. You're right.
That game was so easy because you lot literally had to do nothing.
Yeah, we controlled that game really well, man.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that difficult. They were rubbish. I don't know how they're top of La Liga.
People saying that.
To be honest, like in La Liga, they're
injuries,
a bit more open, especially when it comes to like the middle. And Lamar is actually having a good season, but when it comes to like Champions League, I think Simeone just went back to the low block.
I don't even remember Lamar doing anything last night, to be honest.
This is what I was thinking, because I've seen them in La Liga and they definitely look way better than that. That was dreadful.
Yeah, but I guess they're not playing against.
They had one good link-up play after they conceded when they went on the attack for like 5 seconds, and then after that it was nothing.
Was that the Felix bicycle kick attempt? Was it that one?
No. It was after.
You're talking about after you scored, bro.
That little the play they had from back to front. It was like, all right, okay.
Yeah, and they didn't even have a shot on target the whole match.
So we got like 6 academy boys. Let's see who's coming on, because Mastering is behind, man.
Somebody said you lot are shopping on created FIFA players.
I'm dead.
Well, we got Arribas and Duro. Arribas is I don't even know, man. Arribas is like a technical like Spanish player that he's gonna run around, do a little flicks. Duro, I've never heard of him, man.
Someone said in the chat that Liverpool are buying Harvey Barnes, and I couldn't agree more.
Might be a good signing for them, you know.
I wouldn't mind that. I'd rather Rafinha though, but
What about Mbappe or Harvey Barnes?
Rafinha's cold still.
Yeah,
Rafinha's a baller, man. Baller.
I think we do miss his 1v1 ability. Like, we miss a player who's got 1v1.
Yeah, it's meant to be Mane still.
Yeah, but
when
they taste the amount of goals they get from sniffing like in around the box and that, they just forget all that stuff. Like that. Same way like Sterling now, obviously. But to be fair, Sterling's bringing that back, but that whole inside forward stuff, when they see the amount of goals they can get from creeping in the box and that, they just take that stuff out of their game.
Fucking hell, man. They're really drawing with these, man, bro.
Yeah. Don't know how you do this, Usman. I mean, I say that I watch Man U. I watch Man U every game.
And I watch to be honest, at least, I was gonna say, like, what joy do you get from a United match?
Yeah, it's true, man. You just watch your team. You just watch your team, and you just moan the whole game, basically.
Yeah,
Our Cruz just said, "Fuck it, man." Cruz just said, "Fuck it, I'm shooting." Like, don't do that. He always makes like the best decision every time. Ah, fuck this shit, man. I'm shooting.
Coming like Gerrard when he had cramp in the FA Cup final.
Yeah, he probably fuck it. Yeah, interested to see where Real go, man. I'm here to be honest.
I'm hoping for a late free kick when Cruz can just play to Casemiro, man. That's my only hope for a goal.
Jesus, Casemiro, you know. What's Benzema out with, by the way?
I think
drip fever.
That's a drip-itis, you know.
Drip fever, you know.
The jewels took his body temperature down. You know? The jewels on his neck took his body temperature down too far.
Yeah. Edison bathing Gucci for a week.
Who are the favourites for the Champions League?
Bayern, probably.
Bayern or PSG.
What about I think City, man?
Do you?
I can imagine City winning.
No, I mean, I thought they would be like one of the favourites. Maybe Bayern and City. I think
we say that every year when it comes to City. At this point, they have to prove that they're favourites to us.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Get past the quarterfinals and then we'll talk, man. Every year we say City and they
that's exactly what I said. I said I need to see the heritage first, bro. I need to see them past the quarterfinals before I take them serious.
Then we start talking.
Pam and Gladbach ain't gonna convince me, bro.
Yeah, agreed. Every year they get this City, and they just flatter to deceive, man. We'll see how serious Pep is this year. Well, I've missed.
Trust.
It doesn't prove anything, but still,
I would even say City choked. They beat themselves. Pep would just be overthinking it, doing a man too with his tactics.
I know the Leon one was just tame, to be honest.
The Leon one was amazing, bro.
Yeah. The Monaco one was a joke thing as well. The Monaco one, they had chances at home and away to put the game to bed. They didn't do it.
The thing is, though, don't you think with that Monaco one, I look at it, I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking that Monaco team actually has a few world-class players back then and now as well. They're still world-class players. But it's like the Ajax team, for example, who are the players that are world-class now? Or would I say at top level? Like, obviously, they're young and they're lit are very good, but I wouldn't say they're like top of the range, you know? Whereas like Mbappe, Fabinho, Bernardo.
Yeah, that was a team full of like quality players.
Ajax ran a mad thing.
Yeah, I agree. That Monaco team had quality players.
Yeah, people didn't know how good they were.
Their rep didn't quite match it. Yeah, their rep didn't match their ability level. But yeah, that Ajax team, I was a bit embarrassing still. Spurs knocked them out as well, and then Liverpool, right?
Yeah, the Harry Kane team knocked them out with no Harry Kane. That's what he called us.
Who called you that?
Pep.
Called you the Harry Kane team?
He called us the Harry Kane team, yeah.
He's cheeky, isn't he?
Yeah, he called us the Harry Kane team, then we ducked him out with no Harry Kane. That was so sweet, man.
That laugh is so sinister.
It was.
Is that like your top 3 moments as a Spurs fan?
That's one of my top 3. Yeah, I'm not.
Is that making it to the legacy debate?
And I know, and I know you lot are gonna say, "Oh, no trophies, etc." It's true. It's true. We're feeding off scraps, but honestly, big man thing, being a fan in that game was a joke thing. It was an absolute joke thing. Like the journey to get up there, the game itself, the madness at the end. Like I'll never forget that.
Yeah, the game was nuts. Still, that was nuts, man. I haven't ever asked you this, Tobes. How did you become a Spurs fan?
I've just liked Spurs like since I was a kid, innit? Like in primary school.
Wait, what area are you from?
Enfield.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Didn't everyone support Arsenal?
Loads of people supported Arsenal. My twin brother supported Arsenal, but I just.
Oh, I know. I've seen the video.
Yeah, I wanted to be different, innit? So I chose Spurs.
Okay, yeah.
Fair enough. I like Spurs anyway, man. Like
what players did you have when you like proper started supporting? Or what player do you remember?
Robbie Keane, Anderton. Well, Robbie Keane was later 2002. Darren Anderton, Ledley King, obviously the Judas himself. Yeah, there were a couple, Stephen Carr, etc. Like there were a few.
Yeah, Stephen Carr. I remember Stephen Carr.
Yeah, name the few, because right now,
naming names that sound like TV show hosts.
I was gonna say, boy, right now, I need to know the few,
bro. Robert Smith, Matthew Williams.
You like
Dale Winter.
You could tell me these men are X Factor contestants. I believe you know.
I'm not sure. You know what? Yeah, I'm not sure if you don't remember it as well. Yeah, because I only started like properly watching around like probably like I'd say maybe like 7, 8 years old, didn't it? Like when I was actually watching games. And who was that striker we signed? It was the season. In fact, it was the season where we nearly picked Arsenal for full spot. And we had my man from Southampton. He was so shit. Gregor Raziak. Awful. Absolutely awful striker. Do you not remember him?
Nope.
You don't remember him?
I don't think anyone remembers.
No, lad.
I'll put a photo in. I'll put a photo in the chat now. He was meant to be like this really good signing that we were gonna make because he did relatively well at Southampton and he just tanked that Spurs. Freddie Canute is one as well.
Freddie Canute, man wanted to be like looked up to a man that was younger than him. He made me sick, man.
Hey, I rated him, you know, I rated him.
Freddie Canute.
Freddie Canute was decent, man.
Used to try to be on Reeve, lad. That's way older than my man.
But it's not his fault. Henry was a better player. Like, what can he do about that?
I wouldn't try and beat you. I don't care how much I rate you. Like, yes, I cut young gunner. I was trying to cut my hair like Toby.
Carrick as well was a baller too as well.
Carrick, yeah. I still remember the day we signed him because Arsenal signed Rosicky on the same day. And like Rosicky was like one of my favorite ballers. I always used to get him for my team on Master League on Pro Evo.
Yeah.
You used to catch some Dortmund games in the Champions League, innit?
Oh, what a goal!
Who's that? Mendy. What a right foot, you know?
What a goal!
Huh?
He's isn't he ambidextrous or whatever?
Yeah, he's got a good.
No,
that's a great goal. Great goal. My theory on why Toby supports Spurs, yeah, is because he's got a older twin brother, yeah, and he supported Arsenal, and then Toby just wanted to be different. That's literally it.
What a finish, man!
No, I can't believe it. Like if
Toby was acting like Cardi B stands, bro.
I knew it was going to be a goal like that. What were you going to say, Usman?
Ferland Mendy's right foot, yeah, is one of the he's been attempting to take shots and cross with his right foot for the whole season, and it's never come off. This guy's been taking shots from outside the box and they go to the corner flag.
Training on a regular, then.
Was it?
He has a strong right foot.
Training on a regular. That's probably where his confidence.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Morel, you see that game on the weekend against Valladolid? Like Ferland Mendy, he crossed it from his own half with his right foot, straight into his own box, and the Valid player had a shot on goal, and Courtois had to make a save.
I don't think I saw that part because I
saw that. It was literally like an attacking cross.
Yeah,
for the other team
from his own half.
That finish was cold, though. That finish was cold.
Yeah. I'm going to try and go for another one there. So, yeah, as I was saying, so I remember that you signed Rosicky, we signed Carrick, and I think we paid like 18 million for Carrick, and you paid like 8 million for Rosicky, and I was fuming. I was like, yeah, Carrick is good, but he's not better than Rosicky. How could we should have got them both. Why are we watching him go to Arsenal? Rosicky's cold, and well, I guess the rest is history.
Carrick was such a quality player, and I think it's always the case with Spurs players. Like they will never get their appreciation until they.
Oh my God! Here we go, bro.
I just think it just happened to me. I particularly liked Rosicky. That doesn't really have anything to do with Carrick playing for Spurs.
Rosicky was cold though.
Yeah, he was hard.
Rosicky was very hard. What tournament was it? 06 World Cup. He slapped that goal against the Brad Friedel, was it? I think.
2004 European Championships as well. Euros.
Yeah. 2004, yeah, him, Nedved, Barros, yeah.
Yeah. Jan Koller, absolute icon of the book.
Oh yeah, Jan Koller. He's the one who played for. Oh, so I'm thinking of someone else. There's one that Bayern had, other tall striker, Carsten Janker.
Carsten Janker is Bayern, yeah.
Didn't he go a season without scoring? Like,
yeah, he was always like a second, you know.
Who said Marshall?
Janker, yeah, I remember him because he played. We played them. Yeah, Bullhead. I remember him from our battles against Bayern, man. Let me see if there was an actual season he didn't score no. Okay, I think there was a season he scored no league goals. His last season at Bayern 01-02. Remember Elber? Do you remember Elber? Giovanni Elber.
Giovanni Elber, yeah.
Show he was cold. Airballers.
Bayern also had Roy Mackay at one point. He was a shooter.
Roy Mackay was sick. Roy man's Van Nistelrooy, man.
Yeah,
he was shooting.
Yeah, he was cold, man. Deportivo days, even.
He won a European Golden Boot, didn't he, Mackay?
Yeah, I'm sure he did. I think that's what got him. Did he win it at Deportivo? And that's what got him his move to Bayern.
Deportivo, yeah.
That's what got him the Bayern move. Yeah, Roy Mackay. Who else but Roy Mackay? Oh yeah, bear of
it. What's that guy that was at Celtic? Fucking the Dutch.
Say that again?
Venagle of Hesseling.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What a name! What a name,
man. He had a good chance, man.
Oh, your thing's gone quiet.
Venagle of Hesseling, I remember him. He played for Celtic. Then who else did he play for?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Who else did he go? Did he go back to the Eredivisie? I'm not sure.
That's why he came to play for someone else, and he was a joker.
Like Hull or someone, no?
Yeah, I think it was Hull City, you know.
Oh
came
my
to play
God.
for somebody, and he was just a clown.
Someone like that.
Oh
no,
Casemiro.
Yeah, he went to Hull. Yeah.
Casemiro tried to bag another goal. Yeah. If Robert and this tie is over.
That's a goal threat right there. Mendy and Casemiro.
Do you know who was actually like? Obviously, his time at United wasn't the best. So, but he was a bad boy striker in Europe still. Like
Larson.
Nah, Diego Forlan.
Yeah, Forlan was crazy.
Forlan, how could we Larson? We got a 40-year-old Larson. Yeah, Forlan, man, he was good, man. Obviously, Rude was ahead of him in the pecking order. I remember he won us one game against Liverpool. Back two against on their head tops. You remember that, Peter? Or was you too young?
Wait, what year was that?
I can't remember. All I know, 2 on your head top, brother.
I was too young still.
Yeah, calm.
Hold
that in memory.
Forlan was the only guy who could kick that Jabalani ball properly at the World Cup.
Hamming that ball.
Hey,
he was
shooting was
different level.
He was shooting was nuts at that World Cup.
Man, everyone else was struggling, yeah, and he was just banging it top in.
Yeah, then he went to Villarreal, then he went Atletico. Forlan was.
Yeah, I think he's the only player in La Liga history who's got 2 La Liga golden boots, of course, and as different teams, and them teams not being Real Madrid or Barcelona.
Sick. What a legend, man.
Yeah.
What a legend. Diego Forlan, shooter.
Yeah, man.
Real Madrid Zidane, man. Hey, he finds a way to get these wins, boy.
Heritage right here, bro. Football heritage.
Yeah, okay, the man are saying that he's just vibed, yeah? This ain't even a just vibes lineup.
Yeah, I didn't get when people were saying that at all. I never got that.
It's what people don't appreciate. People don't even appreciate the difficulty of managing top players.
Yeah, they think it's easier.
I think he's like every time the Zidane debate comes up, yeah, they always focus on like, oh, he's not like tactically, he's not on the level of Pep and Klopp, so he's not a good manager. It's like there's more to managing when it comes to
like elite tacticians. There's like levels below elite, and you can still be a good tactician, man.
I think Champions League as well. There's a lot of in-game stuff in it, like a lot of in-game like
years. I was saying on pods, I think we did, and Stevie was telling me, "Nah, man, he is just vibes."
There's no way you can survive.
That's when he said Frank Rijkaard, no?
Oh yeah, Frank Rijkaard.
Oh my god,
Frank Rijkaard, what the fuck?
Bushman, he's a proper Bushman. Don't mind Stevie, man. Oh, Frank Rijkaard.
Madrid, like you need to be elite when it comes to man management. Otherwise, you're gone.
Agreed.
The tactical side comes second.
And that side is actually harder than the tactical side. Man managing these players, having their respect, that's harder than coming up with good technical concepts, bro. Because I see motherfuckers on fucking Twitter coming up with good. Ain't no way to tell himself.
Isn't it you lot's point? Nagelsmann who says like management is 70% of the
he does say that. Yeah, he says that a lot of it is psychological actually.
Yeah.
He says
That's
the
why
majority of
Arteta's so
management
dead,
is psychological.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow. How did you find it?
Give him that new contract, brother. Give him that new contract. He deserves
How
it.
did you find it? Get Arteta with that strain, man.
Diagrams, bro. Fucking bum.
Bruv, they're talking about how much of a tactician the guy is before he even joined and whatnot, but they didn't realize he's a psychopath.
Okay, what was your opinion of him before
he's
he
a
got?
sociopath for real though.
Be honest, you not thought you were getting. You not thought you were getting. You not thought you were getting.
No, before he joined, did I want him?
Not me,
no,
boy.
before he joined, what I said was, I feel like you don't even know if someone's a good manager until they're in the job, and Arsenal is not the place to be doing work experience, man. Like you need to go elsewhere, make your mistakes, and then when you know what's what, you can come into a job like Arsenal. So I don't think he's going to be a bad manager in the future, but I don't know if we have the time to give him, or the fans have the time. Apparently the club has the time, but I don't think the fans have the time and the patience to give him to get all these kinks out of his game.
Get rid of him now, man.
Why? Okay, why not?
Why not?
Yeah,
because we don't like being 10th, bruv. Like, it's not. It's.
I mean, okay. What do you think? What do you think the best the manager could get with this team is?
Top 6.
Season's wide open, bro. I'm not hearing it, bro. Top 4 is.
Okay, let's put the season aside.
Top 4.
Of course, look at the season, bro.
Top 4.
You know you can be positive for that.
You can be positive for that.
Of this season,
just look at the season right now.
West Ham are 4th.
Yeah, I wouldn't count this season as a normal season. Let's talk about a normal season.
There is no normal season. We're in a pandemic, bro.
I remember that. I think there's a question like, "Oh, would you like take 10K for yourself, and the pandemic goes on, or like the pandemic ends and you get nothing?" And everyone was voting they take 10K. I was like,
Nasty, fam.
Hey,
nasty.
The pandemic's got to end sometime, man. Let's make this work.
Bro, I can't lie. I'm ending this pandemic right now, bro. I can make that 10K somewhere else, bro.
So so what I was thinking is like, okay, let's say the normal season. I think top 6 is fair.
Yeah. I can hear that.
I think, while top 10 is not good, and I don't. What if a manager, a very good manager, can't get top 6?
Oh, for a new manager. I think maybe Arteta.
Oh,
no,
that's what I said top four, bro.
What's the best you think this team could do?
Oh, definitely top six. Definitely top six. 100%, man.
Cool. And let's say top six, yeah. Arteta, while he's going through his training wars, his development stage, is going to get
experience.
Yeah, top 9, top 10. But what my question, I guess, is what sort of manager do you think he projects to be? For me, it's no different than when you see a player and you rate them and you're more patient with their mistakes when you think, okay, once he gets this out of his game, this is the player he becomes in comparison to a player who you don't rate, and when they make mistakes, it's just because they're shit. I think we should maybe spend some time looking at managers in the same way. Okay, this season
I think the problem is,
he finishes 10th, but then the lessons he's learned from this season, do you not think he improves on that next season? And then
there's no guarantees. Though.
In 3 years.
Exactly. And I think with management, there's too many repercussions. I think it's too risky. You get that 10th 1 year, you get less transfer money, players aren't really going to want to stay around. And I just think it's way more risky than having a player around like that.
Yeah, I agree. Because, say, Mariah, if you think about it, yeah, financially, finishing outside European places, what does that do to our budget to then even close the gap on the teams above us? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. I agree, but I think it's difficult for you to close the gap anyway. I think, like, for you guys to close the gap, you have to do so many things right, and they have to do so many things wrong. I think you're already like pretty handicapped. I think this is a long-term thing. But I hear you. I'm not really decided either way. I just think sometimes if you know a manager's gonna he just needs some time to improve, and you're not in a position to compete right now anyway, then why not let him improve and your team improve at the same time? Like it wasn't Klopp didn't come into a title winning side. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like his team that he got at Liverpool was in worse shape.
Credit in the bank, man.
Yeah, he did, but his team was in worse shape than the Arsenal team that Arteta inherited. And within 3 years, he made them a good side.
That team was terrible.
Within 5 years, he made them champions of Europe. It's just, for me, it depends on how you rate the manager, isn't it? If you rate him as a manager that he's obviously learning in the job, but as he gets more experience, these kind of bad results will happen less and less, then you stick with him. But if you don't, then obviously you get rid. It just depends. It just depends on
you rate him.
The thing is, yeah, that's the thing. I feel like people make this clock comparison, yeah, but it's like you have a body of work to base future success on. If that makes sense, yeah. So it's like he's got that in the bag, yeah, and yeah, fair enough. He had to start from somewhere, but in his first full season at Liverpool, they came top 4 in it, you know, without spending like loads of money, etc., etc. Whereas, like, for all intents and purposes, we've actually moved further away from where we were under Unai Emery, despite, you know, certain unknown things being slightly better or whatnot.
Okay, you say you're a process guy. Do you think you're a worse side now than you are under Unai Emery?
No, I think we play better and we're more coherent how we play. But I also feel like you can't dismiss results. Do you get what I mean? Like,
I hear you.
Say, for instance, we were to go out tomorrow in Europa League, right? Even though 2 years in a row, back to back.
All week. You're not talking about that all week, but continue.
But you get what I'm saying? So, like, even as shit as Emery was, yeah, he was still able to get us to a European final. Do you get what I'm saying? Despite going like losing catastrophically. So, like,
how did you feel? How did you feel during that whole run? You weren't really content, were you?
He needed to be fair. I thought we were favourites the whole way through. People thought I was like going crazy, but I said that at the start. I thought that we would beat Napoli if we played them, and I thought that we would beat Chelsea if we played them. I thought we were the clear favourites for that run, but I was.
What I mean by content is, like, you weren't content with the team though. Like you were confident that you're better, but when you watched your team and you're winning, it was kind of like despite Emery.
I was lost in the sauce though for at least 6 months under Emery.
Oh Jesus!
I was definitely one of them. So I'm not even going to pretend that I was like, oh, this guy's shit, this and the other. Because for me, I don't think Emery is like a terrible manager.
Me, bro, I was saying.
Yeah, so Dan's got more foresight than me, but I didn't think Emery was like a terrible manager, and I thought there was definitely aspects of what he wanted to do that I liked. But then I think once certain players got injured, I think he got exposed. So I feel like when Ramsey and Ozil weren't in the side, it just showed that he was actually reliant on a lot more on the players in the team for me, basically. So like once Ramsey went injured, I think our season just completely fell apart.
The thing is, with Arteta, is that I think it's only been better in the last. Obviously, the first 6 months were okay. The FA Cup win was nice, but then, man, it was very bad. It was worse than what I've seen under Emery, and only the last 2 months, I've seen a good approach towards football games, and I actually see progress now, and the way we're attempting games and
why would you sack him now? You've already got.
No. I wouldn't sack him now. I'd give him the end of the season, but I'd only sack him if I think we have an adequate replacement that we can bring in and say, listen, this guy can definitely do a better job. Otherwise, I don't see much point in sacking him. And I don't think the club are planning to sack him anyway. So that's where we are. I literally think he could go out tomorrow and he'd still be safe to go into the next season.
Yeah, 100. And yeah, I'm with Dan on that. Like, I think from like September to Christmas is probably the worst football I've ever seen my club play in my entire life. Like, horrendous.
It was actually worse than Emery.
Happened because towards the end of last season, you got big results against the bigger sides. Let's be honest, there was a lot of hype. There was a lot of passing patterns, videos being shared on Twitter. What do you not actually think happened between the end of that season and the start of this season? Do you think the short turnaround had an impact as well?
I think clubs just found him out, man. Like, we literally had one tactic, yeah, which was get Aubameyang 1v1 versus the fullback or the right centre back and let him slap. And basically all teams had to do was double up on him. And outside of that, I feel like we had no other certain way of trying to score a goal. So it's like when that's unexpected, it's fine. But when people on Twitter are doing them comps and doing shot by shot video clips of your goal, like I'm sure other teams are doing that as well, and they're just like, well, we know how to shut it down.
That's true. I agree. It's interesting.
I also think he approached the season wrong. Like, he brought Willian in as the creative player. That was his signing in as the creative player. Willian is my creative guy.
You think you were starving though? Do you think you had money to get better?
Not necessarily money, but we've had ESR at the club. We had ESR at the club. He could have implemented a different system.
Understand from his perspective why he would potentially go with a seasoned player like Willian over a young player like ESR.
No, I get the Willian over ESR stuff, but he exiled Özil before ESR was in the fold.
Here we go. Let's get to the crux of it. Let's.
No, because I said from the very beginning of the season that we lacked that central player. So unless the club replace him, you have to use them. And it's obvious that if he would have used them, we'd have been in a better position, even if he wouldn't have played that well, just for being in those positions.
If we agree that Ozil being removed was a club decision, not necessarily an Arteta decision,
then they have to replace him. That's why.
Can you hold it against Arteta if his manager say you can't use this guy anymore?
Yeah, I can hold it against him because he replaced him with Willian, and then the way he also used Willian was we're playing a 3-4-3 system, which is very stale and kind of predictable. And then he started trying to change it up, using them in false 9 and stuff. I just don't think he had a very, very good approach for the rest of for the whole season. He was going to wing it with this 3-4-3 formation and was just going to try edge games. And it backfired because people worked it out and we weren't effective as well with it. So that's why he had to change it. He was forced to make changes. It took him a long time as well to make those changes.
Do you think a few months is a long time?
No, yeah. If you look at the results and performances we had, it was like, we lacked this. It was so obvious what we lacked, that it was like baffling that the change wasn't being made. So I think he was being very dogmatic and was just hoping it would pay off. And then I don't know which game it was. There was one game where it was like, yeah, this is it. He's like, I'm going to rip this up. And then he started making changes and trying new things every week. Like, we're looking at 10, Willian on the left, Pepe on the left. He was just trying different things. Still not the right solutions, really. But he started trying things when he realized that the system is not working. And then he found the formula ultimately in the Chelsea game, where he was like, yeah, I'm using the ESR as the 10, Saka on the right, and Tierney on the left. And then since then, he's been pretty much using this framework and trying to build around this framework, which is a good sign. But it took him a while to get there. It's not something that he's planned. I think this is like not what he planned for the season
He's
at all.
fallen into it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So we just persist. Is there any hope in you that he could end up proving you guys wrong?
He looks like he's well. I still think he will be a good coach. I'm just not sure if he'd be at Arsenal. That's the thing for me. I think he has a good sort of base of becoming a good coach and a respected coach around Europe. I'm not sure it'd be at Arsenal. It could be that next season they're doing really well and that we're doing really well. But I'm just not quite convinced, given the last 3 months. Not 3 months, 4 months, and the last two have been better. But I also think this is a results business, man. Like the results are still not quite there, and it will be a big blow if we don't get it tomorrow. But let's switch to you, man, bro, because I'm trying to find out what you thinking with Ollie. End of season gone or not?
Why don't we switch to you?
You got that. What's the question?
I'm trying to get away from this pain, bro.
What do you say? End of season, Ollie gone or not? From my perspective, yes. But from the club's perspective, they won't get rid of him. I think he's taken the team as far as he can, really. I don't think he's going to get the sort of investment he needs to necessarily take them to the next level.
You don't think it's a good investment?
Nah, I don't think teams don't have money like that. Even us, man. Until that stadium revenue comes back, teams are just having to just do what they can and manage as much as they can. Our owners don't spend like that either, as you lot know.
Yeah,
they take So, it's a sticky situation for us.
What's Bob saying? I'm hearing Bob saying a couple of words in the background.
Bro. I'm just saying we're loving it, man. We're loving it, man. We're loving it.
What are you loving, bro?
We're just loving the situation, bro. We're just loving the situation.
Because
the thing is, I don't think there's any chance of Oli going, man. Because there's no visible replacement, if you get what I mean. That you look at and say this guy's going to take us to the next level. Like, I'm not saying there aren't managers that can do it, but I'm just saying there's not managers where it's like it's a sure thing. I don't think Man United are that kind of club where they're going to really do that.
The thing that it comes back to is the point I was making to Dan Cougs and German Dan.
Yeah, are you willing to take the risk?
Not even are you willing to take the risk. Do I see a manager who's going to get better and get to that level in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? I don't see that. So why are we persisting with him? He's never going to be that manager. So if his cap is top four, so what? You just keep getting top four with him, or what do you expect to happen? If there was any season we could have done it, it would have been this season. But a formidable Chelsea side a formidable City side have come out of all this shit, and obviously we're not going to beat them. So I just don't understand persisting with a man. He understands the club. I appreciate that. I respect that. The players respect him. That's great because that is definitely very difficult to get the respect of that dressing room. But what next? I can't continuously watch us win games and it's not because of Ollie, and then lose games because of Ollie, because of his inadequacies, and it just kind of comes together to be a mumble of like us getting top four. It's not really making what I call genuine progress, if you know what I mean. So for me, it has to be. I don't know the manager landscape as well as I would have in the past, and it seems like all the guys I know are all in jobs now. But you can't tell me there aren't managers who do a better job with the players that we have than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Like it's I don't believe that at all. Yeah, so that's like man. It's like it goes for us. It's peak, man. It's peak. They'll get top four and they'll be content. They'll be content because everybody in the club loves him as well. Maybe we'll get far in the Europa League too. But I just don't. I don't know. I don't know if we'll win it. I don't think we will. I think again he'll get found out, man. I don't think
you guys are the best club in there, you know.
Maybe,
I
but
see any,
I've
like,
seen us
real
lose.
competitors.
I've seen us lose to teams that are worse than us enough to know that doesn't really mean much, man.
It's
Even more.
United or Leicester that are the best two clubs left, I think.
I don't see
Nah.
Leicester doing well.
I don't see Leicester doing well.
Maybe they don't have that European pedigree, but on their day, I wouldn't want to play Leicester.
Who we got? We got Spurs. We got Spurs. We got Milan. We got Leicester. We got Roma.
I ain't taking Milan seriously. I ain't taking Roma seriously.
I
ain't taking Napoli seriously.
Got Arsenal. Napoli are 2-0 down in it. We got Arsenal.
Exactly.
We got Lille or Ajax. Yeah, the quality is not as good as previous years. To be
I don't think it's that good. And I do think you guys. I think you guys are far away the favourites. Far away the best team there as well. Like, I generally don't think there's any excuses not to win it.
Yeah.
You think the quality is better in previous seasons, though?
I don't know, but I just feel like
I feel there are more dangerous sides this year.
Maybe in quantity. Maybe in quantity, if you get what I mean.
But not in like
Just names, so
quality.
like team like Roma and Milan. I'm thinking he should be the number 2 legs.
Yeah, man. I don't really rate Serie A teams.
We're not actually good though. When people say teams are air, we're not good.
Exactly.
I just don't get it. People always call teams air. We aren't good.
No, but you're
same for Spurs.
You have enough players, man. You have enough players.
Too many goals in your attack.
You
know the
thing. I don't think there are too many goals. I think the goal
like Roma, Lille, Milan and stuff, like they can definitely beat Spurs over two. They can beat this version of us over 2 legs for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I think you lot are underrating these clubs. To be honest with you, I think that's us seeing our teams regularly. I think we have it in us to win. Will we win? Or is it as clear cut as you guys are saying it is? I don't think so. I wouldn't want to face Arsenal either.
I find it hard to believe it won't be an English team that wins it.
I tell you, the top manager of anything.
Yeah, he's definitely got Ollie's number for sure. So yeah, we'll see, man. I just don't see where we're going with Ollie. Just don't see it at all, man.
Wait, how long till Pogba comes back?
Well, he's out for the rest of this month. Apparently the
first week of March. The same.
I think so. Who do we have that week? Is it City? Hold on, let me check. We got Chelsea this weekend. Fucking hell.
Yeah, that's a big game. That Discord is going to be lively, bro.
Well, 7th of March is City. I think they've got that game earmarked for him to come back. I think. So we'll see. Yeah, that's going to be long. We ain't beating Chelsea, man.
That Discord is going to be lively. I bet the game is going to be hella boring, though.
Yeah, I think it's going to be some dead 0-0 or like 1-0 or something, man.
Yeah, they really are. Rarely do these big games live up to the billing anymore, to be honest.
Facts.
Yeah. I mean, most of these managers approach it more from a I don't want to lose perspective. I think like Klopp and Pep at some point will be aggressive and go for the win because they're confident that they've got the better sides. But I think like Ollie for sure goes into these games not to lose. Jose the same way. Arteta I think goes into them the same way as well. Unless I just kind of they're up there, but I think they're liable on their day to get beat by any of the other sides. To be honest.
Jose goes into every game not to lose, man. His tactic doesn't change when it comes to the big teams.
Yeah,
same tactic every week. So I'm happy.
The game on Sunday will be very interesting to see where Chelsea truly are under this new manager.
Yeah, I think it'll be an interesting game. This is going to be more entertaining than the game. I know that much, man.
I'll get back on that, depending on the result.
Yeah.
We just need 1 or 2 goals, man. Just 1 or 2 bows. That's all right for me, bro.
And them bows, man, they hurt.
Hey, I don't appreciate that question, bro.
It's a genuine question, bro.
What was the question?
Are you gonna show up to the Discord?
Hey, what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna be behind in it. So, boy, I may show up at half time. I may show up at full time.
Yeah, you were. I think I was in the Discord yesterday, but I was in a courtside, like we were having a catch up. Here you're trying to call me by name. Don't ever do that again. Yeah?
No, I didn't call you. I didn't call you by name. I did not call you by name.
You atted me. Don't ever do that again.
No. You know what happened was, yeah. You know what happened was me said, yeah. Oh, I think Mariah was there. Like, I messaged you and I thought maybe you muted yourself.
Nah,
I didn't try to catch you up.
I muted. I was logged in the space and I muted. So I couldn't even hear anything because I was in a courtside thing. Then Meads messaged me, "We're looking for you. What are you saying?" I said, "Rest in peace, man." That's what I'm saying.
Meats was screaming for Mariah. Meats was screaming for Mariah.
Again?
Meats was screaming for you, bro.
Ozzy.
Yeah.
I don't hate on you, man.
Like you had your server muted every time, so I know like you can't hear anyone.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. Like from 9.
Still going on. Like, where is
with
Mariah?
his megaphone.
I'm not even.
Fam, his speaker. I'm never calling it a microphone. I'm calling it a speaker, fam. His speaker.
Yeah, I have him at like half volume compared to everyone else, and he's still the loudest.
Oh my days! You know what? When you do that, I thought it did that for everybody. Or does it only do it for you?
Yeah, you can go to specific people and put the volume down for them. So
can you do it on the mobile app?
Yeah,
click on someone's name and there'll be like a little volume bar underneath them.
Okay, but you can't. So you can't actually mute them for everybody, just for yourself. Okay, unless you do server mute. Okay, because I lowered him and I was thinking, oh, that's much better. He's not. Must be wondering why he's so low. Little did I know, it was just me.
Boy, when he's on, I can't hear anyone else, bro.
Yeah, when he's on, when he's on one, and I think he's not good to watch Chelsea with either because he's proper passionate.
Yeah, mad.
Everyone's shit.
I can't lie. That's why I don't watch it for the post matches, man. Because you'll influence my opinion too much.
He cusses everyone.
Yo, fucking shit, man. These guys are fucking shit, man.
He'll say real shit, and then 2 minutes later, he'll be like, yeah, you're fucking shit.
Dan, are you seeing this? Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yo, Babs. Yo, what's wrong with your minion like Chelsea teenager fans? You know, I don't get it. I said today, me and Lee Gunner said that Mitrovic is a better footballer than Tammy, and they were saying no.
Huh? Mitrovic?
Wait,
is he?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Hold on.
He's a better footballer.
What's going on here?
I don't know about that.
Tammy
looks awkward, but
Mitrovic.
It's not that bad, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Wait. No.
I can't be that. I don't know about that.
Mitrovic is a better footballer than Tammy Abraham. Come on.
What are you trying to get into?
What should I get into?
He's better in the air. I'll give you that.
What do you mean? He's better on the ground as well. What?
No, man.
Wait. So what? I'm not. By the way, I'm not saying that Mitrovic is a way better striker. I'm saying he's a better footballer, as in like with the ball at his feet, he's better than Tammy Abraham. Is that?
I don't think so personally, man. I think Tammy just looks really awkward, but
nah, man.
As bad as Chelsea fans make out, he just looks hella awkward, and he's probably not at that top level, but he's better than Mitrovic.
I don't think he is, you know.
I don't know, you know. I can't lie.
Mitrovic doesn't even start for Fulham. And
but that's by design. They don't play a system that plays to your strengths anymore. So he can't play that quick transition based football. He's too slow for that.
Do you know who can play that football?
What, Tammy?
Yeah. At that level,
Tammy's 6'4", but can't hold up the ball though. It's kind of
that's for Chelsea. At Fulham, Tammy's bagging 20 goals.
Like, he's not. Are you crazy?
20?
In the Prem.
You're mad, you know, Sam. Like you say some mad things. I'm not
gonna lie. Ruben goes to Spurs and bags 30.
He just said he's bagging 20 goals. He missed he was top 3 in most big chances missed last season.
He will miss more than he scored.
Best strikers miss their chances, though, I swear.
Yeah, of course. But he's, so what I'm saying is he couldn't score 20 at Chelsea as the leading man for like 2/3 of the season. So why would he score 20 at Fulham? That doesn't make sense.
Hey, look, I didn't say that. That wasn't me.
20 might be a stretch in his like first season, but I think like he's definitely hitting at that level. Like, he's done it before.
I don't think in the championship.
Exactly. For the record, I don't think Tammy Abraham is a bad striker. I just don't.
He isn't. It's just
he's a decent striker. Yeah.
He's not. How many do you think he's getting at Fulham then?
I think he'll get double figures at Fulham.
Yeah, I think you. Well, I think he'll get to 15.
That's that far off what I said, is it?
I'd say 10. I don't know about 15. I'd say 10 to 14.
Oh, fucking hell. I think a 15 goal a season striker, 20 goal a season. They're different calibers of strikers. Like 20 is like the minimum for a top striker. I think in a league season, 15 is like a good innings. I think so. Yeah, for me,
I don't think the best way to judge a striker's numbers. I think it's rate. So like he's scoring 2 and 3, 1 and 2, like 3 and 4. I think those are the best ways because not much.
And also stretch of goals.
But I mean, let's say, but when I say spread too, but I think when I say 20, it's just obviously assuming that they're playing like they're starting like 30, 35 plus sort of thing. But
you know one of the things about Tammy is as well, when he scores, he usually scores like a brace or like
he scores in bunches. Yeah,
he doesn't really score across a lot of games. He'll score like 2 braces in a row and then be quiet for the next 6 games. Like, I don't need that, bro. I need my man scoring every game, even if it's just one. No. I think that's
Tammy's just a reactionary striker. Like, he's very good finishing in the box, but when you have to kind of think about it, like he's a one-on-one.
He's a box striker, but I think unless your team's gonna play to those strengths, a la like a Leicester with Vardy, you'll end up looking really bad at this level. Like, imagine if people try to get Vardy to show like hold up play and stuff. He'd look like a criminal.
He would look like an absolute criminal.
Can you imagine as well, that there are some people out there who think that Jamie Vardy has good hold up.
Yeah.
Nothing, like it's improved. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, Tobes, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
How?
What's he doing?
I see what you're doing. You remember that legacy conversation we had?
I wasn't part of that
conversation. Tobes wasn't here. Tobes wasn't here.
Agenda anyway. I don't care.
But I think it's funny, man. It's funny with strikers. Tammy definitely. Ollie Watkins or Tammy?
Ollie Watkins is a better all-round player, but Tammy is just as good as.
I'm taking Watkins. I can't lie.
Watkins is a better all-round player.
I need my strikers to run with the ball.
I think I'll probably take
Watkins is not an all-round player, man. Do me a favor.
I said he's a better all-round player. What you
Okay. Calvert-Lewin or Tammy?
Calvert-Lewin.
Calvert-Lewin all day long.
Calvert-Lewin, come on, man.
I'm taking DCL, man.
All day long.
Why? Okay. What?
because Calvert-Lewin is better in the air, better physically against opponents as well, and he will just cause defenders much more problems.
Yeah, he's a live wire. He's way more dangerous than Tammy.
Yeah, and his movement is getting better as well. He puts himself in the right position to score goals. So he's already making up the gap that Tammy had over him in terms of being a naturally better finisher. Because I think that Tammy is a naturally better finisher than Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but he just gives you much more artillery when he's up top compared to Tammy.
Do you know one of Tammy's weaknesses is actually that proper attacking the ball? Like, a lot of times he's like timidly attacking it. I don't think he's got the right mentality sometimes in around the box.
He doesn't really want to get it.
He doesn't want to get. He doesn't want to get.
I've got another one. Bamford or Tammy?
Tammy Abraham.
Tammy, I think.
Tammy Abraham is better. I think. In fact, similar levels right now.
Yeah, similar.
How much is Bamford scored this season?
12?
13? Yeah.
Bamford finishing this season has been crazy, man.
You know, he's prosecuted for that.
Yo, I can't lie, you know.
And you know
for Tammy.
And you know what else as well? Another one with Bamford. I feel like the hold-up aspect again. He's better than Tammy at that. Yeah, he's better than Tammy at that.
The only thing I say is Leeds create.
Okay. Let's say Tammy.
Tammy's better finished than Bamford, though.
Yeah.
Let's say
Bamford's finish has been 6 this season.
Let's say let's say Leicester decided to replace Vardy with Tammy and play to Tammy's strengths. How many goals do you think he gets?
I think he will get.
First of all,
I think he'll get
15, 20.
Yeah,
15.
Yeah, 16.
I think
I said I'd take Tammy.
I'd be scared to watch.
I can't lie.
A lot of people laughed at that. I'll take Tammy number 2 at Spurs.
I think 15 is a lot still for him, though, because even Vardy scores in streaks at Leicester, and he scores bare penalties.
But you know, Tammy got like 15 last year, no?
Yeah, he did.
Got 15 last year,
No pens as well.
Like 7 games or something ridiculous.
But to be fair,
like 8 games or something.
Tammy's pretty much consistently scored goals throughout his career.
No, he's a goal scorer.
Yeah, with the exception of Swansea. Don't forget that.
Yeah,
Sam.
I mean,
when he was 18.
Yeah, no,
when he was 18.
That's shameless, man.
Sam likes to lie a lot on this Discord. So just tell the truth, Sam.
Oh, you're nasty, Tobes. The evidence.
That's not even a lie. Tammy has consistently scored wherever he's been, man.
Yeah, he has, and I said with exception of Swansea, and I just said tell the truth, Sam. Simple. That's what I said.
Tobes kills me, bro.
Kills me. Hater.
I'm not a hater. I have nothing to hate. I have nothing to hate on Tammy for.
Yeah, because you just can't
focus
help
on what Harry Kane was doing at 18. Yeah, just focus on that.
What does that even mean? Why do I care what he was doing at 18 years old?
Yeah, it really doesn't matter, Sam. You don't want to go down.
Hey, Sam, man, come on, man. Don't disgrace us.
You don't want to go down that Harry Kane road still. So you are taking who? Bamford or Tammy? Sorry.
I think they're equal, man. I would take any option.
I'm taking Tammy because he's younger.
Okay, and then I ask you finally, what is the best club in the league you think he would start week in, week out for?
I was actually discussing
right now.
Today, you know.
Yeah, right now.
Brighton. I think he could start.
No,
come on.
Maybe Villa.
But Villa already got Ollie Watkins, though. That's what I'm saying. You said
Watkins.
He's not better than Watkins. Not right now. He's not better than Watkins. Why is he?
He had a good record at Villa, though.
Yeah, he did. But Ollie Watkins also had a good record at Brentford last year. So what?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but Tammy's proven it.
Yeah,
Tammy's proven.
The thing is, I don't think he's.
Oh, Antonio.
No, he wouldn't start at West Ham. The way they play, I don't think it suits Tammy at all. Pumping into the channels.
Doesn't have the minerals for it either.
Nah, that is
fight for it.
Yeah.
Did you say the minerals or the melanin?
I said the minerals. The minerals.
This is what I'm saying. Like Tammy Abraham is a box striker who relies on service. He's not one of them strikers who can play as the target man and facilitate the supporting.
His link-up's not as bad as you're making out, I don't think.
Good, man. It's not good.
His link-up is good, Sam.
It's not good for like Chelsea level. No, I completely agree with that.
No. I don't think you should say Chelsea level. It's not good.
Player or you're not, man. You came with your back to the strikers. Like the defenders aren't going to defend you differently because for Chelsea.
This is what I'm saying. Like when we talk about Chelsea standard compared to other strikers, I'm looking more so about his scoring rate and his ability to finish. And
for me, just his ability as a footballer, I think those all round for the level Chelsea aspire to. But like saying his hold up play is not Chelsea level, he can't hold up play when he's up front. Like you're not able to hold the ball in the final third.
Exactly.
Other players get into attacking areas. He can't do that.
Would he start for Liverpool?
No,
he wouldn't. No way.
Babs, relax.
It wasn't me. It was someone in the chat. I didn't say it.
Relax.
I thought you were going to do that thing where you said it wasn't me who said it, but I agree with that man.
It was someone in the chat, innit?
I thought you were going to do that.
He scored more goals. He's better
Lacazette.
Team than Firmino.
Yeah, of course he was.
Lacazette though.
I mean, I don't think he literally outscored Lacazette's best return in his first season at Chelsea. Like, boy.
Lacazette, but yeah. Anyway, I just think Tammy Abraham, he's got a lot of deficiencies as a footballer that I think you should recognise, Sam. Though, like, it's not to say that he's an awful player.
I do recognise him. I don't really even rate him that much, man. I'm just like saying
you're overrating him still, though.
You are exactly.
Mate. Yeah, I think you're overrating him a little bit, bro. But
what do you think he can't start for a team better than Brighton in the Premier League?
No, he can.
But only who said Brighton was that Tobes.
No, the reason why I said Brighton is because the other teams that he could play for, they already have first choice strikers. Like I could see him playing for Everton, but they already have Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I could see him playing for Villa, but they already have.
Yeah, the question basically is who's their striker now? Would on the bench?
Oh, would Tammy put them on the bench? Did you say?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what I mean by what's the best team he could start for.
I'm thinking. I don't.
Palace he'd start for, surely.
Yeah, Palace.
Yeah, easy.
I don't know. I wouldn't say easy. They just sent that man. Hold on. On Paris.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Mateta might be better than Tammy. I
Oh
wouldn't say.
man! Come on, man! Come on, man!
What?
Mateta's definitely stronger physically.
German ain't rated him at all.
Bro,
So German
and they play it top as well. They play it top.
Listen, if a player doesn't have the first touch, I don't rate them, bro. I can't lie to you. Like, it's very tough for me to rate a player if he doesn't have the first touch.
you said Brighton, German dad, yeah?
No, I didn't say Brighton.
That was Tobes.
That was
Who you
Tobes,
saying
yeah.
then? Who you saying, German dad?
I'm sure you could start for Sheffield.
Oh my god!
Or even worse. Oh no, but David McGoldrick's got a better touch than him, mate.
So Mariah, think about it, yeah. Let's look at it now. So Everton, if they signed him, would he be a firm starter at Everton?
No.
If Aston Villa signed him, would he be a firm starter at Aston Villa?
Nah.
I think Villa would be a rotation for maybe.
Wolves. If they signed him, would he be a...
But Jimenez is back though. Jimenez is back, he ain't starting.
Wait, did you say over Jimenez? Who said
Jimenez ain't playing? Jimenez not playing though.
Yeah, right.
If Jimenez is back, there's no way he's playing over him.
We're talking more like...
I think Jimenez is back in training, actually.
Yeah, he is.
That guy's finished, man. He's probably finished now.
Yeah, let's not do that, Babs, yeah?
Yeah, come on. That's
pretty dark.
Very dark. Southampton, if Danny Ings left...
I forgot it wasn't a chat anymore.
Yeah, they play two up front with Che Adams. He's better than Che Adams.
I think he would start for Southampton, to be fair. They play two up front for Samson. I think he would start for them.
Fine. Yeah, that's cool.
Southampton, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Are you going for the Premier League? Yeah,
I'm going for the table. Yeah, Burnley.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't play. They don't play two streps.
They play up two up top though, so I think he probably get in.
There's no way.
They play like two bullies though.
This is what I'm saying. Like you would start at Burnley, but the prerequisite the prerequisite for a striker at Burnley, Tammy ain't got that.
He ain't fighting for the ball in the air. You're actually right. You know, he ain't fighting for the ball in the air, and they need that.
And he's not gonna bash up his marker as well.
And didn't start Bamford because he came to his signing with his parents. Yeah, you're not hungry enough.
Yeah. Bro, Tammy's gonna.
Yeah, the moment he sees Tammy's Instagram, he's done, man.
Tammy's gonna.
The moment he sees Tammy's mum in trad, it's over.
Oh my god.
The moment he sees Tammy come through with some Dior drip and the fucking lightning in his hair, he's not starting him, bro.
Yeah, he's playing for the under-23s from then, to be honest.
But here's one as well. Yeah. So again, Tammy Abraham it's the age-old thing that we've been discussing earlier. Tammy Abraham is a better finisher than Che Adams, but Che Adams, I think, has a better first touch and way better hold-up than Tammy Abraham. So in that, I think he does.
You spitting, low key. You spitting.
So like,
I think so as well.
So this is the point I was trying to make earlier on today and now. Like Tammy Abraham, yes, he's a decent striker, but how many teams right now could he go into and be an undisputed first starter?
For a player like that, they will switch up the way they play though.
Why would they do that just for Tammy Abraham?
He scored 16 goals in his first season in the Premier League.
That's like saying, oh yeah, like
stop telling us that. We know that. Stop telling us that.
Like,
he scored that.
It's not being noticed.
It is being noticed.
It is being noticed, but they got a 20.
Like
how many
the
goals
spread of goals is not
They
nice.
would find a way to fit someone like that in their team, surely.
Yeah,
like the same way they find a way to fit.
I don't know. He scored in the games where Chelsea ran roughshod over their opposition, basically last season. This season he scored against Arsenal, consolation goal. Remind me of his other goals, if you can remember them.
That's the he didn't only score when we ran over teams. He won us a lot of points.
He scored against West Ham, I think.
He did.
Like
he
scored 4 goals in one match.
I remember the games against Norwich away. That was a really good performance from Tammy. Wolves away, really good performance.
Wolves hat trick. He banged that hat trick.
Yeah. But again, I think you're misconstruing what we're doing, Sam. Like, we're not trying to take the piss out of him, but when you actually think about it, the way these Premier League teams play, how many of these teams would Tammy start at? It's not many, bro. It's not many. So you were laughing at Brighton before. Brighton, if anything, I think would be perfect for Tammy. They create chances. They don't really have a leading man. If he goes there, he's definitely scoring 10 to 15 goals, and he's moving them higher up the table. Man are looking at it as disrespect. It's not disrespect at all.
You're right.
If somebody can get 10 to 15 goals in the league, they go to mid-table.
Facts.
Yeah, that's what I said. Mid-table's like his level.
But you was telling me that he's too good for Brighton.
I think
Bright.
I think he's a bit
Brighton specifically. Yeah, don't get misconstrued with the whole mid-table thing. Is that he would start for Brighton for the reasons that Tobes has highlighted. I don't think he goes into these. I agree. I don't think he goes into these mid-table sides. The sides that I'm looking at now, and is undisputed number one starter week in week out.
Facts. He could go there and play, but
yeah, he's in a tussle. But
exactly. He's not the first name on the team sheet.
Put it this way.
If
Giroud goes to these sides, there's a lot of sides he would start for over Tammy Abraham.